Recording? Stop recording. God damn it. Okay.
Hello,
it's
everybody.
Recording. It's recording.
Hello,
it's
everybody.
Recording.
This is Jack in the Box James. I'm taking over the F Team podcast. Fuck John. Fuck Crispy. It is just me now. This is now the Jimmy Show. Now, today on the Jimmy Show, we'll be having. Okay, John, you can continue.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Jack Nerd. Coming back at you with another episode of the F Team podcast. We are unfortunately a little shortchanged today. We have the new co-host joining us, and along with Chris Crispy from Chris Raptor Studios. And before I continue any further, for one, go fuck yourself, Jimmy. All right, so to start off, we'll go with introductions. We will start with the co-host himself, aka Mr. Jack in the Box James. How you doing? And I don't want to know what the hell you've been up to, and if you got anything new, what did you get?
Well, as we know, Crispy is in my basement right now. My dog just fucking barked as I said that. Thanks for being on time, buddy. So I've been working on some stuff. I've been directing a show. We just released a first episode of our podcast last Wednesday. We're gonna record a new one this Wednesday, and it releases the next Wednesday.
Nice.
Other than that, I've been playing. I just started Starfield. Not enough to give an opinion.
Okay.
But I like it so far. It's new. It's different. I like chopping people up in any game with an axe. That's called a safety axe. Not very safety. That's about it. I need to get more recording done, but I'm too lazy.
All right, that was Jack in the Box James, ladies and gentlemen. Next are a resident, might as well call him a resident, a recurring guest.
No, he lives in a.
What's that?
Like, under the podcast is secretly a basement, and that's where we keep him all the time.
Yeah.
When he's not here, he's actually here.
Yeah. The producer and owner of Chris Raptor Studios, the channel, the one and only Crispy. What have you been up to? What the hell did you get? And what's going on?
Hello, children. It's Papa Crispy. I'm back. I can see. That's my one. That's my one. To give John a fucking aneurysm.
I heard that you have a Gilbert Godfrey soul. Can you prove it?
Oh wait, you mean this one? Hello, everyone. It's your favorite dead celebrity, Gilbert Godfrey. I'm back on the day. I'm gonna put him away now because I don't want internet people to come kill me.
I'll show him to your house.
No, please.
That direct officer.
No, no, but I've been mainly going to work. I have actually I posted something on my community tab. I haven't been doing too much on the channel. Reason being, I've been kind of rethinking like formats and having to kind of rein in on my ideas. Fun fact, I don't know what HD is, but the doctor said I had 80 of them bitches, so I think that's why I can't really get shit done. So I'm fine. I'm not contagious, John. I'm not contagious. You're not gonna.
I have John. Here's the problem. I have ADHD. He has ADHD. Now we're going to give you ADHD.
You know the sad part is about this podcast. I'm like the most. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm normal because I already know I'm not normal. But
Choose those words very carefully, John.
I know.
You're about to not have a co-host.
Yeah, I know, right? And it'll be like, oh shit. Well, then, Crispy, you want to be the next co-host if JJ walks away?
Already planning to replace me, huh? Oh, I'm about to get in the grinder for your ass. Hold on.
In response to me trying to rant ideas.
We'll discuss that. on Discord regarding the podcast. So
All right.
make sure
All
you guys
right.
know. Okay. All right.
Right.
All right. Continue with what you're talking about. My bad.
So I've been trying to rein in, like, whenever I get an idea, I'll just like keep expanding it and expanding it and expanding it. So I've decided to try and rein that in, kind of streamline everything. Which means no action, so without consequences. I'm going to rewrite Anti-Crime. Oh God! Oh God! He's at the door! Ah!
Crispy!
Ah!
Crispy!
Oh. What?
Oh, you're good? You're alive?
Yeah, I'm alive. So,
Okay, good.
So I'm going to be rewriting Anti-Crime to be more like narrative, more like an actual audio like drama. Because the last time when I initially wrote it, it was going to be a comic, but then it got turned into going to be like an animatic. Then it got turned into a comic, and then I just kind of haphazardly reformatted the script to be more audio drama-esque. But now I'm gonna rewrite it, reformat it so that way it reads better, and I'm just gonna release all 5 episodes or chapters together. So
Gotcha. Okay.
that's been fun. In regards to what I've gotten this week, I've actually talked to you about this. I'm going through a bit of a Ninja Turtles thing. I've gotten sets of Ninja Turtles figures from NECA. I have 2 Casey Jones figures from NECA, both from the comics and the 90s movie. I have the 90s movie April. I have the comic Shredder and the movie Shredder. I have movie Splinter. I've gotten some more Transformers, like Rise of the Beast stuff. I don't have a problem.
Neither do
I don't have a problem. No. It's society's fault I keep buying toys. It's society's fault. Yeah, that's what people usually say, right? Yeah.
It's society's fault. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more on that regard. So
Yeah. You need to grow up. Why don't you grow up and stop buying toys? Why don't you stop making them so damn fun?
Exactly.
Yeah. Other than that, I haven't been up to much. I've been in some videos. I've been auditioning for some voice roles and things. Please don't shove that cup of water up my ass. Oh. What? Oh, Jimmy, what are you doing? Are you talking to it? I think so. Oh, be careful with it. Be careful with it. Jimmy, stop. Stop it. Okay. Please help. Please help. But yeah.
Sorry about that, John. I had to go take care of the dog.
That's all good. You're good, man.
Yeah, he ate his food, so I had to put him up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I've been auditioning for some stuff. If we do an Asshole of the Month thing, I could go into it. But a lot of slots have opened up in a lot of Transformers projects. So
look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker spreading his love.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
I do have one more thing to add. Speaking of projects,
what's up?
I'm technically a voice actor for a lizard, angry lizard, and that's Polish.
Oh, yeah.
But they're like
interesting.
One other thing, I now know the Chalk Eaters.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, that's right. You're telling that on the last podcast. Yeah,
I did mention that. Oops.
Yeah, you mentioned that on the last. Yeah. You mentioned that one.
Well, I was talking with one of them. And we're thinking about doing a watching movie night stuff. I told one of them
awesome.
I told one of them a dream of a collab. That I had a dream we did a collab, which was Buckethead versus the Chalk Eaters, and I told one of the main Chalk Eaters that, and he was like, I could see it, and then I was like, oh, what?
Nice.
So that's what's
Hell yeah.
going on for me in life. That's pretty baller.
All right. Well, that's awesome. I guess the spin up with me. I finally like this past week I been working on Transformers Continuum, so I've been slowly piecing that together. I have to get a couple more sets. I actually ordered a restaurant set because one of the set pieces is fought in a bar. So and then I gotta find a warehouse set and a mansion set. So because those are some other set pieces. I'm trying to avoid a lot of the green screen stuff right now because I have to figure out a better green screen. Either I have to go with fabric or figure out a light absorbent paint or something. So that's where I'm kind of at. So that's why things haven't been really going as fast as I would like it
Get
to.
the brightest light possible.
Good job.
You almost blew up the podcast.
So you have a problem?
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been, and also I've just been working on that my little side project with Star Saber, and I mean I really like how that's like a kind of like more of that origin type deal, because nothing was really explained from the first two that I worked on, and so trying to dig more into that time frame with him and his students. So I'm writing my own little story within the universe that I'm building. So which is great. I think I kind of really hit a lot of that on my last live stream, just talking about the future of the channel, the future of the project, the future of everything going forward, because I feel like those little stories, the little segments are kind of like fillers while I'm working on crossover, just to kind of like build that world that's a little bit bigger instead of just, hey, how did he get there? How did he get back to in the past? And that's going to be kind of explained. And then also for the end of Continuum, that's also going to be explained too, because it's like a whole time paradox type thing with time travel and all that fun jazz.
Hey, you could ask me questions. I work with time travel all the fucking time.
Fair enough. But as for I'm trying to sell my old truck right now. That's been a hassle, so just hopefully get rid of that. Then I got like a bunch of stuff going on next week, and then
How much you want for it?
$5,000 or best offer. So yeah. Yep. And yeah, I had someone look at it today. They're keeping me in mind, but I don't think it's gonna
How
sell.
far are you from my state? Without saying my state.
With Wisconsin? Probably quite a ways.
Can the truck go from would the truck be able to go from one state to the other?
Probably not.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm just looking for a vehicle I can take to like different states.
It's pretty. It's gotten up there in age pretty much. So it's like
What
yeah,
year?
after an 02.
202?
02 Silverado.
Mine's a 03 Ford Ranger. So fuck you.
Oh
Fuck
my
you.
god, that's as old as me.
That's the only.
And then,
Crispy.
And then other project wise, I've been working on a Transformers custom. I know I showed Crispy this, but my custom of upgraded Bumblebee.
Thing. Holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, there's still some parts that are not on there. There's still some things that need to be painted, so it's just kind of a test fit. So not a lot of things are not screwed in. So it's just like I said, it's just a test fit for everything, just to keep it solid and and then figure wise, I got a couple GI Joes. Well, one GI Joe, one Cobra. I got the GI Joe Dusty. Not too bad of a figure. It's pretty cool. I was at GameStop one day. I'm like, I don't have those two. Let's just pick up. I haven't picked up a GI Joe in a while. Fuck, I'm gonna get a GI Joe and a Cobra. The Cobra is the female, which is like Zartan's sister, I think. So like Zarana, some shit like that. So I picked her up. And then I also got J. Jonah Jameson from No Way Home. So he's going to be a pivotal part in the and Continuum. He's going to have a cameo because J. Jonah, Spider-Man.
I think you showed me some of these.
So the J. Jonah.
Leave those image Spider-Man on my desk and lock the office behind you.
I also got. I went to a Comic-Con in West Allis, Milwaukee. So I picked up a couple figures. It was a nice little con. I also got a little bit of artwork too. Well, I guess I can show off this one. This is
Oh, that's cool.
Venom.
Yep.
Later.
And then
Wait. Can I see that one more time? Hold on. I gotta. Yep. I know what they're into.
What are you doing, Venom?
That was
and
not
also-
Venom taking over. That was Venom taking over.
Oh yeah, it was. I also got some other artwork. Actually, one of the guests that I'm hopefully going to try to get him on for next month happened to be one of the artists for Fans Toys. So I got some artwork from him. I got a.
Oh shit!
Front.
Oh
And
shit!
The other one is.
And this is his?
Yeah, this is his.
I need to go give him a high five.
Yeah, so I got the Megatron reconverting into Galvatron.
Wait, why'd you
That was
get that
pretty-
Pacific Venom? Wait, hold on. Why'd you get that
What?
Pacific Venom picture? What drew you to that? I want to know what, like, your actual, no jokes aside, why'd you get that?
Go on,
Because I
Jonathan.
can,
Show him your search history.
and it kind of
Crispy, go get his
kind
phone.
of-
Go on.
Kind
Go
of
on.
what?
Show your
Kind
search.
of, kind of what? I'll end this
It
whole
was-
damn podcast right here.
it was kind of just. I thought it was cool. I mean, Venom's a great, well-known villain, and then on top of that, he's getting all tentacly with.
You can't help but make this worse, can you? No, continue. No, just continue.
No.
Just
John, can you link me to the artist for research reasons?
John
What's that?
is slowly regretting me joining again.
Could you link
Tiny
me to
bit.
the artist of that
Tiny
Venom?
bit.
just
At
a tiny bit. John, you
least-
know this. I'm unhinged. I don't take medicine anymore. Shit. I give him all the power. Shit.
John, could you link me to the artist of that Venom picture for research purposes? Please.
What was that again?
Could you send me the artist name of that Venom picture for research purposes? It's for research.
Yeah, I have the card somewhere. It was like Jeffrey something. He's like a artist based in here in Wisconsin. So
Oh,
yeah.
of course, his name is Jeffrey.
I think I got the card in my hat. I have to go see if it's there, but yeah, I'll shoot you the information regarding with that.
Yeah, for research.
Send me his information as well. I need to do some research so I can further make fun of you.
Well, on top of that, he had with that photo, it was actually even there was a more of a revealing one.
Oh, so he is.
Venom was ripping Spider-Gwen's clothes off, and she was in her bra, pretty much almost just in her like ripped open, and you saw her bra.
So this guy probably posts this shit on Rule 34. So there you go, Chris.
Probably. He also had like a bunch of like there probably would have been some artwork that Tyler would have liked because it had some Star Wars women in undergarments and revealing clothing.
They had
so,
Toka, didn't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, fucking. Bro,
And then,
bro writes porn. I'm sorry. There's like a 90% this man is on Rule 34. I'm sorry.
Well, also on the topic of Venom, I did pick up a Legends Venom.
Is that a boob
Yeah.
inside there? I think
Yeah.
I see a boob.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I picked up Legends Venom.
Don't worry
I don't
about it. He's He's got the special touch in the
You know
head.
what I don't. You know what I don't understand about this?
What?
Why is this just here and then it's nowhere else? It's just.
I don't know, dude. I don't
Is it
know.
just like a
Also, I also did pick up a What If Red Skull.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
I was your mother?
So
sorry.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, shut up.
yeah. So. You're good. You're good. Yeah. So that was some of the stuff I picked up from the con. Also I picked up my my original Sideswipe. The tab right here broke, so I picked up this guy from the con. He was a little pricey, but at the same time, it just kind of served as that replacement. So the one that's broken is actually being reconverted into a custom. I'm not going to reveal until later on down the road. So yeah, that was one of the Transformers I picked up from the con. The con itself was fun. There was actually I wish I would have gotten a picture of her, but there's like this one.
I need to start going to Comic Con again.
She was like she was like doing like audiobooks and stuff like that. So I'm like walking and then I saw her. She's like, "Hey, how's your con?" So I started shooting the shit with her, talking about cross like my animation, stop motions, just nerd stuff pretty much. Oh my gosh, she was so adorable. She was so cute. Like, oh my god, I was like, this made my day. That made my Saturday. And then so I talked to her, and turns out
And you didn't bring him back to the hotel? Damn.
Well, actually, technically speaking, I was out of where I currently lived at for that weekend because one of my buddies got married last Sunday. So
You got
that's
married.
how I ended up. God. Yeah, but no, a buddy of mine got married last Sunday.
Oh, nice. Bro,
Yep,
bro,
so-
dressed up in like an Optimus Prime outfit at the Winding, being the best man.
If I did not go overseas, I probably would have been one of his groomsmen.
Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't
so
think
it was-
you'd be back in time?
Yeah. But at the same time, the wedding was fun. It was a great time. And then, yeah, the con was great too. I had a lot of fun there. And then it turns out that the girl I was talking about, she's on Twitter, and she's also a voice actress. So I might have either I might recast my Black Widow or probably recast my Black Widow with her, and then maybe have Pony, do Nebula, maybe Wanda, unless the girl I talked to can do a good Wanda. But I guess I'll cross that road when I get there.
How is Cooney? I haven't talked to her.
It's called X now. Get it right.
It's called
Twitter.
S now.
It's called
X
X now. Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
Oh, he's correcting us about fucking Twitter. Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
Twitter-
yeah, X. Yeah.
Twitter's-
Oh, yeah.
Twitter's now
And then,
Shut up, Elon. With
and
your
then
fucking strobe building.
I bought I bought the that was supposed to be Black Apple, the elusive upgraded of a KO Ironhide. So it's a lot more movie accurate. The cannons actually transform. It comes with both the guns from Dark of the Moon. It has articulated fingers, and because the original didn't have articulated fingers, so there's like full blown articulated fingers on this figure. It's pretty cool. It does have like this gummy rubbery feel, which is weird. Like it feels like it's like, am I just gonna start bending pieces? Like there's that give. I know it's a knockoff. Like has that gummy plasticky feel, which is weird.
Speaking of,
Also,
what's up? What's up? I was gonna let you finish. I was gonna talk about.
Yeah, then I picked up the a third party roller that actually turns into a robot. So it was I have the box by my feet. There it is. Mod Fans AL01 ruler, aka roller. So yeah, so that was pretty much my haul this past month, honestly.
Woo woo! I don't know
Uh,
why I did that. I don't know why
I
I,
don't
did that.
Then I just hoo-dee-hoo. So random bullshit nonsense. Alrighty then. So we were about to say crispy.
I was gonna talk about gummy like plasticky action figures.
Yeah.
Note to all the people in the audience: do not buy, especially if you're like turtle collectors. Do not buy figures from DST AXN. They're very gummy. They're very plasticky. The articulation
Gummy
is
plastic.
yeah.
Sounds like a good edible substance for
Oh.
babies.
No,
Crow.
no.
Cope.
Yeah. DST AXN. Do not buy figures from them.
Yeah. All right. So I think we went through the introductions and stuff like that. So I swear to God, Jimmy. I
What?
swear to God.
What? Stop. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Go on. Continue.
Oh, shit.
I just
Swear to
thought.
God. What happened?
Fucking. Don't worry about it. Continue. Now I'm sad and upset.
Okay. Moving on. Into the news, I just kind of pulled up a bit of news and stuff for the news segment. So for the first one is actually a couple of them are from TFW 2005, and so the Peter Spellos, voice of RID Robots in Disguise Skybite, is battling cancer. So he has stage 3 pancreatic cancer that was in July of this year, and his family and friends are attempting to raise funds for treatment via this there's a GoFundMe page on so if anyone wants to donate to Peter Spellos, the voice of RID Skybites, and he's battling cancer, I would go on to the GoFundMe and hopefully help him out, because Skybite was a well-known character in Robots in Disguise. Honestly, it was kind of like that comical element for the Predacons, and I mean, yeah, that was that segment. Anyone else got to say a couple things, or?
I didn't watch Robots in Disguise, but I know from the show one of the more notable characters. Like I know through
Definitely,
through osmosis pop culture, I know Skybite was one of the more popular characters, and it sucks seeing like people you care about, even if you don't know them personally. It sucks seeing them go through that. So I don't know if I'd be able to help in any way, but my heart does go out to family and such stuff.
Definitely. It's pretty hard when you got stuff like that happens. You're like, wow, it's just insane. Jimmy, go ahead.
When I was in CPS, I watched it. So my memory, like I know I watched a good bit of it, but my memory's so fuzzy on it, and I think I know what character that is, and that makes me feel like sad.
Yeah, it does. But for the next segment, honestly, I feel like this is a huge kick in the nuts, especially for Transformers fans, and with everything that's been happening with Transformers, and also I think I touched bases on it on a certain element, which actually I might add it to the asshole of the month. Rise of the Beast includes box office run as lowest earning live action Transformers film to date. So domestic, they made 157 million, international 281 million, worldwide $438 million for Rise of the Beasts. I love the movie. I absolutely enjoyed it. Everyone did a great job. The humans actually did something. Peter Cullen as Optimus is always a joy, no matter how you look at it. He still has it for pushing 80 years old, and it's a shame that, what's that?
Peter's 81.
Yeah, well, 81. Yeah, I think yeah, you're right. I think he's 81. But it just kind of bothers me that, we waited for so long for a Transformers movie and it delivered. They had a great story element. The CGI looked great. They had Unicron, they had the Maximals, they had like even like a lot of people really enjoyed the design for Battletrap, the design for RC. I mean, Nightbird looked great. This is the first live action interpretation of a live action Nightbird, and even RC looked better than her Revenge of the Fallen counterpart.
I think what
And
kind
it
of
flopped.
It only made 438 worldwide.
Well, I
So
didn't.
I think
I don't.
I think a big part of that is one, like if you know me, you know that I am a a complete. I love the Bay movies, but I do realize that they have kind of set up a reputation for Transformers as a story and as a media and as a franchise. So I can kind of see, and I know that it, while it's not the same people behind it, and I will say I love the movie. I saw it twice. I saw it one weekend and I was like, damn, that was great. And then I went back the next week and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna watch it again. I can
Yep.
I do think I think a big part of it is not only do a lot of people, because this is the seventh live action Transformers movie we're on.
Yep.
Even though it's a new thing, I think a lot of it could be attributed to the fact of both perception of Transformers as a whole, and people were just like, oh, not another one, and they just left. I think another thing is that Across the Spider-Verse did not help releasing that same weekend or around that same time. Because, I mean, I saw that movie too. I thought it was good. I'm going to be honest, I enjoyed Rise of the Beast more, which I don't know what that says about me, but whatever. But I do think that a lot of people, I think Across the Spider-Verse did not really help those numbers. Which I think if Across the Spider-Verse was released some other time, I do think it would have at least boosted the numbers.
I agree.
Definitely, I agree.
But to the people who just said another Transformers movie and just decided to leave without even looking into it, y'all a bunch of hoes. I'm sorry. I don't care if you get mad at me. Y'all a bunch of hoes.
I felt my problem is I fell off. I think right after the one movie that didn't have Sam but had a picture of Sam.
Last night.
Yeah, I think that's where I stopped watching. When did I was in CPS too, so it made a lot of things. It made a lot of things different. It's been like 5 years. When did Last Night come out?
2017.
2017. You're right. Yep. Yeah, 2017.
No, I was around. Was I? Yeah, no, I was out of CPS, but a lot of CPS still drained a lot of movies for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will one of the Avenger movies I will never be able to enjoy because of that. It was the decent one, but I fell off at night, and I think I barely watched the movie before that.
Yeah, I mean, after Bumblebee back in 2018, that was a great movie. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought it had merit. It was something fresh. It was something new. It was the start of a brand new direction. And when they did Rise of the Beast, I felt like that they
What's up?
wanted that. Hey, buddy, what's up?
Hi, Tyler's here.
Hey, Tyler. We were just talking about a quick news segment. We'll spin this one news segment up, and we'll welcome you into it.
All right, bet.
All right, awesome. So, like I was saying, the Bumblebee was a great movie, and then Rise of the Beast coming out. It's like they had that solid direction of where it was going, and it delivered. but at the same time, what Chris was saying, like, oh, it's another Transformers movie, and just kind of like, well, this is kind of a middle finger because it really kind of impacted Paramount to a point where they're like, well, what's the future of the franchise going to be now? Are they going to reboot it again? Are they going to just say, you know what, fuck it, yeah, we took a loss, well, let's go at it again? Let's just get a story together. Let's get good writers after the whole strike going on, and bring something fresh to the table. Bring back Megatron, bring back some other Decepticons. Like, honestly, what they should have done as a post-credit scene for Rise of the Beast was, after what happened with Unicron being sucked back into the wormhole, what should have done, it should have made like an energy reading with the
Bruh, I just got
Decepticons.
spoiled for that movie. I haven't even seen Rise of the Beast yet,
Oh shit, my
But-
bad.
but it's okay. I mean, it's kind of my fault on that because, I mean, it's been out for how long now? So
half a
About a
year.
couple months now.
yeah.
But
So anyway, continue.
so then after the portal and the energy reading pops up, the next thing you know, you see this flagship. It's this dark, like say it's going over a certain planet. You just see a silhouette, and the next thing you know, you see a long hallway, and then you just see like a door, like a silhouette. Say it was just a silhouette of a character, and then next thing you know, the door opens up, and then you see Starscream. He's like, like saying like Lord, command, like saying something to Soundwave, like, we picked up this energy reading, and it has that certain energy echo that RC brought up, and then Soundwave's like, okay, well, this has to be where they're at, and then next thing you know, you see this fusion cannon and this arm, and then the camera pans up, and then next thing you know, it's Megatron. That would make people excited for what's coming next. Instead of the post-credit scene for G.I. Joe, what they should have done was something like that. Because if they would have done that, it would have been like, holy crap, it's the Decepticons. They're coming to Earth. Megatron looks great. Soundwave looks great. Starscream looks phenomenal. Let's go. That's how they should have done it, in my honest opinion. And they would have Frank Welker.
So I'm guessing. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm guessing that the Decepticons are not in Rise of the Beasts.
No, they're not. No.
Damn.
There was going to be one Decepticon at the beginning. His name was Transit. He turned into a bus, and in the deleted scene, Optimus was going to kill him and dump his body into the river. Honestly, and honestly relate. I understand, but that's not the point. But yeah, we know Decepticons in the movie. Not a lot of Predacons either. Like we just got Scorponok. That's it.
Yep.
Which I think it's a missed opportunity, but also I guess kind of a blessing in disguise, just to keep the movie from feeling too bloated. I'm going to be honest. After a lot of what's been going on with the DC movies and what's been going on with a lot of the Marvel movies, now that I'm gonna be honest, I think I'm done with the Hollywood stuff. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Yeah.
I think while this does certainly suck, I think a bunch of comic books, I think this is gonna be like a really good comic book storyline brought to like a screen. I think animation, an animated series, or maybe like a series in general, I think that would be the best way to go. Because with movies, there's a lot of money that has to go into it. With animation, you have more money to do more with. You don't have to constantly scale locations. I mean, yes, you do have to pay your animators. By the way, big studios, pay your fucking animators. They work hard to make you money, and you treat them like shit. Anyway, that's my rant.
Isn't that strike still going on?
Who does, Crispy? I'm sorry, you're very muffled.
I'm talking about animators not really getting paid enough, but that's not.
Which studio doesn't pay their animators?
I think Sony. I think I heard something about Sony.
Mm.
But
Well,
anyway, but
Yeah.
my point is, I think a series would do the Transformers justice, and really any comic book series, because that way you can make a batch of episodes, start releasing them one by one, have them like in a digestible sort of thing. Each season's like an arc. That way, it's not a 2 to 3 year wait between single entries. So
Um,
that's my rant over.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Is the protest still going on?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're not gonna get anything for a couple, like, for good, like, big projects for a couple years besides indie projects anyway.
Oh no. Anyway,
I'm not
This is why.
complaining. I'm not complaining about it. I just wish they would fucking pay their writers and shit instead of trying to kick them out with AI because it's bullshit.
And not only that, but quit pushing political agendas that no one gives a rip about.
Yes. I'm looking at you, fucking Snow White.
Disney has a damn
damn it,
hole.
I should have freaking covered that.
I'm gonna.
Bro, missed opportunity.
Dude, okay.
You had
okay.
one
Well,
job,
still
John.
early in the show. Still early on the show. So
True. That's true.
You know what? I'm gonna rip in the Snow White real quick. That fucking actor, it's gonna flop because she was just a dick. Like, she, you know all the shit she was saying. She just came out to be a dick. More people would have watched it, but now she just, like, put it in the grave already because she was just
Oh, yeah.
a complete asshole about it. Like, okay, I
Yep.
get it. You want to change things. Things aren't how they used to be anymore. But make your own fucking story. I mean, what was the Princess and the Frog? Do something like that if you want to. Why? I just don't.
Yep.
If we're trying to move on something, stop trying to grab old ideas and then chopping them up because you're supposed to make new ideas. That's your whole point, right? You're supposed to be a brand new light. Make your own thing. Sorry, I'm done.
Bro, I'm just no, you're good. In fact, I gotta kind of have to add to that. Like, even it's not just the writing that's been taking a hit; it's also the CGI and the designs.
Oh yeah.
I keep forgetting. I haven't. I haven't really seen Little Mermaid, the original, but the lobster and the fish. I heard about their live action designs. I heard they sucked. If they're planning on doing a live action Lilo and Stitch, they better not. They better take the animation models, the 2D animation models from those movies, and add realistic elements to them, and not just completely redesign them. Because if they do that, I'm not gonna watch the movie. Because Lilo and Stitch is my favorite Walt Disney movie of all time. So
You better close your eyes, brother, and cry. You better close your eyes and cry, brother.
I probably will, because I'm sure
Everybody,
I'm sure whatever design they've got for Stitch does not look good.
but, like, they got one of the Islanders who's actually an Islander in real life, and she looked Caucasian, and everyone's flipping their ass about that, but she's actually from the islands, and she speaks it, and I'm like, because the thing is like, I don't think these movies are supposed to be good. I don't think that's the point. I think the point is just to make a political statement, and I'm like, then make a political statement. Don't go ruin a fucking. People still dress up as these princesses.
No. What's the point of these movies? Disney did not, for things like Snow White, Cinderella, all the Disney princess movies, or a good chunk of them. Disney did not write them. Disney made their own versions of them that had a happier ending. Because if you actually look at the original ending for a lot of, they are very dark, very depressing, very violent, in fact. But what Disney is doing,
wants to not acknowledge that, though.
They're not. I think that what they're doing with like political stuff is an afterthought. What they're trying to do is they're trying to release it every so often so that they can hold on to the copyright so they can keep milking it for money. That's what they're doing.
I can see that.
So it's not even a political state. It's just I don't. Man, I just did I tell y'all what? Speaking of political shit, this is the only political thing I'm going to talk about. When voting day comes, is that this year or next year?
Next year.
When voting day comes, I told my job, I'm like, I'm taking the day off, and he's like, why? I'm going to cut everything off. I'm going to cut off my internet. I'm going to cut off everything, and I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep for 24 hours. Because I can't because the thing is the internet will be so riddled with every damn thing, and it doesn't even matter because there's assholes on both sides. We all can agree on that.
Exactly.
It doesn't.
Oh yeah.
But it will become so damn annoying that I will literally like just lose my shit. And my boss was like, well, I guess you could. I mean, but I'm like, if you ask me to come in and I told you I can't come in, I'm like, guys, I'm cutting off my fucking phone. Y'all.
Right.
No, honestly, kind of like what Obi-Wan said in Revenge of the Sith, though. No, I'm not brave enough for politics. That's exactly how I feel. And when voting day comes around, I'm probably not even going to browse social media. I'm probably just going to stick to YouTube. Whatever Star Wars project is playing on Disney Plus that isn't a pile of bantha fodder, and just doing my own thing, whether it be school, whether it be models, whether it be figures, doesn't matter. Whatever political drama tries to creep its way into my life from the internet, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna exercise that bullshit out of my life as if it was a demon possessing someone, and say, "Be gone, thought."
I see it wouldn't be as a problem, but it's just yes, Mr. John.
The thing is, you guys are civilians, right?
Yeah.
You guys truly have nothing to truly worry about, unlike me. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So you guys are fine. Me, on the other hand,
you're fucked. I know.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Damn.
Yeah. Pretty much. But at the same time, it just like that's why I'm just like, okay.
So are you saying that we're better than you, John?
No. I'm not saying that you guys.
Why is he
I'm
doing
not saying
that?
you guys are better than me. I'm just saying that you guys truly have nothing to worry about because look at the state of the world we live in right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
We got so much fucking shit going on. It's insane. It's ridiculous. And then we're just. I
have a question that I'm kind of because I'm asking you, John. Okay.
What's up?
A group of people, I were just saying that Ukraine is actually like the asshole of the assholes.
I really don't know.
I don't know where that came from. Like they've done so much bad shit before, and I'm like, and then there's a person at school's like, well, the person at work who's like, well, yeah, they probably don't. I'm like, why does that matter now? That hasn't been brought up so many years my entire life. Why? That's how bad politics is getting, right?
All right.
If somebody thinks something is being wasted or something, they'll make the thing that's being wasted on it look almost completely horrible. And I'm like, why wasn't that brought up in the first place like 5 years ago? Because it doesn't fucking matter now. We're trying to keep shit together. That's all the point of anything is anymore. But we can't do that without fucking fighting over fucking crayons.
Pretty much.
I'm done with the conversation. Right.
Well, this my little filler. My final thoughts on this is just when that day comes for voting, I am going to vote. Try to find the best one who has the best policies that can actually fix the country, and not drive us into oblivion. Yes, I know. Thank you. Good luck. That is correct. That's just the way I'm. That's the way I'm looking at it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
I honestly agree with John. Like that's honestly what I'm going to do too. Because because I'm sorry, but like the prices that people are paying to live, that's bullshit. We shouldn't be selling our souls just to live.
Agreed.
Okay, I guess. See, I'm still not registered to vote. Please don't yell at me.
Bruh,
What happened is when I was
Get out.
eligible to, shut the fuck
get
up.
out.
When I was eligible to at my school, there was these people that came in, were trying to get people to register to vote, and it was so annoying that I actually almost cussed one of them out because they wouldn't leave me the fuck alone.
That would have
I
been
was
me.
at my lunch table. I'm at lunch. I'm eating. I don't want to hear.
That would have been me
Crispy,
because it's
you
like,
know about that
why are
time.
you trying to force me to do something while I'm eating?
That is the
Like-
biggest reason I did not register in my.
You want to vote, dickhead? I'm trying to eat my sandwich.
Because you can ask
For
Crispy.
real.
They would bring the people in at lunch. You
Honestly,
see me
that's
eating and
ridiculous.
talking to my friends.
That's crazy.
Are you supposed to come to this conversation? Because they did it twice. The next day I was like, "Can you leave me alone? Me and my grandma will figure it out." Oh, okay. I'm like, "Yeah."
Honestly,
That's insane.
you're a type of person. Like, yeah, what happens in the country matters, but if you're one of those people who makes politics like your entire personality,
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, you don't. You've lost any
I'm sorry. I
credibility.
want to take you to the deepest ghettos of the city and then leave you there for a day.
I would just see. I'll show you to this little room that I have in my house. It's a nice little dark, secluded room. Nobody will bother you. You won't have to hear any thoughts. In fact, you won't have to hear anything. All the walls are soundproof. And just to make sure you don't accidentally hurt yourself, I'll tie your hands behind your back. That way you don't have to hit yourself or anything. And just to make sure you don't
Damn.
I'll tie up
You-
your legs as well. And
You
then
know-
we'll just leave you there in the dark, and hopefully whatever else is down there doesn't decide to maul you. But that's
Chris-
another
Wow.
conversation.
Crispy, you know what that reminds me of?
Wow.
There was a
What?
scene in 12 Monkeys where they were trying to interrogate a girl and it's never gonna work. And so what the guy does, he goes in the time machine and he goes back in time, shoves her in the room in the facility, and then comes back to the present. And he's like, "Where the fuck did she go? Come with me." And she's sitting there like she was in there like for 3 months. So he went back time 3 months, left her there, and now he's back in the present.
Jesus
And she's
Christ.
just stuck eating a rat.
No, not the rat.
Oh,
And she's crying and shit. And then they interrogate her and she
Oh
tells
my-
them everything they need to know.
oh my god.
Fuck.
Because what
Oh,
happened
what
is she did a
the
lot of
hell?
horrible things. So it was kind of, I didn't feel too bad, but it was kind of like one of those moments. It's like, holy shit, he was not playing. See,
Jesus.
Crispy, I would do something like that. I would take the person, take them to that dark room, tie them up, then just travel back into the present to however long I needed them in there.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
In game, guys, in game,
In Minecraft, of course.
Damn.
in game.
But
Jimmy, are you okay?
no,
Are you okay? Because
Did
you
I
kind of.
say something? Did I say something, John?
No, I'm just making sure you're okay. Because like, damn.
What's up?
What did I do? What? This is like
What?
2 times people have asked me if I'm okay. Am I like showing signs of something?
Probably.
This is twice today. Someone's asked me directly, like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" What were you talking about the rat scene?
I think we are. I think we're kind of falling off the rails a little bit
I'm sorry.
in my
I'm so
opinion.
sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I know there's like
Rails.
it's
that
was
funny.
real.
Funny.
yeah, let's
Yeah,
get back to
I'm funny looking too.
So Lego Man. So finally join us after his nice long shift at Walmart.
Dude, how are
Welcome me
you
back.
okay?
Huh?
Are you
Fuck you,
okay?
Jimmy.
You working at Walmart?
Bro, I'm
Yes,
fine. I'm
I'm okay.
chilling with people that I work with, okay?
for context. Our Walmart is very shitty.
Yeah, and so's the one in Charleston, according to Eli.
Well, I can't really say anything because thanks to John saying that I work at Walmart, I can't really, I mean, but I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, it's fine, I mean,
That's
um,
thanks.
most of my shift supervisors are chill, so.
What kind of Walmart? You don't be working at Walmart. You're working at a simulated Walmart. That's what it is.
Probably. What if life was a simulation? What if then?
I will beat you with this skull.
I'm shaking.
John, why are you looking like an evil fucking dude on crack?
He made fun of you.
I'm just listening to my co-host freaking fight. I'm just like, I'm trying to be civil here and not say
John's
anything.
literally
John,
the
just rip into us.
John.
John's literally
Okay.
the one who's holding this podcast.
So, for one, I know we like being off the rails and trying to go off of planet Earth, but
Shut up.
thank you, Tyler. How you been, buddy? And where did you get this money?
I'm dead on the inside. I'm kidding, mostly.
Me too.
And everyone nowadays. But no, in all seriousness, I mean, I'm chilling, just trying to get through school and work and pretty much caught up in pretty much every class. I mean, not that I felt behind at all, but still, it's great to not have homework this weekend, especially with me working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Anyway, I'm just kidding, Walmart, by the way. I don't mind, as Anyway, they're working with my school schedule, so it's all good. But jokes aside, as far as what I got two of the Micro Galaxy Squadron Battle Over Coruscant packs from Jazzware's Star Wars line, and I got two because I wanted to army build some B1 battle droids and some Vulture droids. Let me grab one of them real quick. So here you got one of the Vulture droids. If it'll,
Yeah, those
I don't know why.
guys were. They had
Yeah,
those
the ones.
little in Revenge of the Sith where they're like, blah blah blah, and then they did their like little transformation thing. And what?
Yeah. They have removable. Unfortunately, the legs don't rotate. But I mean, they move back and forth, so that's cool. But they do have swap out flight mode legs, and you can like adjust them for like close, flight, or which I guess close would be storage, flight, and then fully extended out when they're shooting the buzz droid missiles. So yeah, I got a few of these, and I got the Anakin and Obi-Wan Eta 2 interceptors. And for two of them, I'm going to customize them into some really cool designs that I'm hoping to share next month. Oh wait, are we doing the podcast next month, or would it be the month after?
We're doing the podcast next month. Hopefully, I can try to get that that guest for next month. So.
Okay, just double checking because I know you're going to Japan soon. So
Yeah,
it's,
not next week, but the week after. So.
Okay, cool. But yeah, hopefully I'll have that to show off for custom spotlight. Was there anything else I got? I don't think there was. And if there was, I'll have to write it down and share it for the next episode because I really don't remember. But
Is it train related?
No, I didn't get anything train related this time.
Did you also get the feeling of crippling loneliness?
Yes. So much so that
This motherfucker's
that
the
I was
other Tyler.
Someone,
Chris.
hold up, please. Sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I just
it's
I
fine.
gotta say before I lose it. I even tried to go on a date with someone, but let's just say life got in the way. So, but that's okay because life happens, and Yeah. So, um,
Damn, my bad. I was just trying to be funny.
no,
Oh,
you're
you're good,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Crispy has no.
Oh, I remember. From, if I can get him. Oh my god. Okay. From what? He's Thank you, Jimmy. Um, okay, from Star Wars Rebels, well, original Star Wars Rebels, but released as the Battlefront 2 skin, Old Master Darth Maul,
Yo,
right?
Fuck yeah.
yo.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
He's
Yeah,
holding, guys. He's holding those Star Sabers too. That's pretty cool, there, guy.
lightsabers, dumbass.
Yeah.
So funny story about that. I know this because
Like how he turned Canadian. Oh, good there,
Huh?
guy. He turned Canadian when he said that.
I turned to Canadian there.
Canadian.
Those Star Sabers there, guy.
John, are you part Canadian? I'm actually curious.
No,
Wow,
I'm from
that's
Wisconsin. We have a Uper. We're called in Wisconsin. We're Upper Wisconsin. We're called Upers. So most Upers we have a accent because we are not that far from Canada, and so we have a little. So technically, I do have a little bit of a Wisconsin accent. So like how I say South Dakota, we say North Dakota.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not Canadian. You
I
just sound
actually
like you're
know
Canadian.
Canadians, and they don't sound like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
Gotcha.
we have an accent. We have that accent, which is a Wisconsin accent, which is like it's called Yooper. So we say because we're not that far from Canada, and the accent does slip up once in a while. It's like when we say bag, like bag, or we say
Bag.
Wisconsin. Sometimes bag,
And big.
yeah, bag, yeah, bag. Um,
You know what? I'm gonna start mocking your accent then, because
oh, that's fine, Derek guy. You can mock me all you want. I doesn't look like I give a fuck there.
no, you don't. You fake
I should,
great value
I should,
Canadian.
I should just do the entire show like that for next month. Just be like, oh, welcome back to the Fanboys podcast. I'm your host, the Jack Nerd,
In all,
and
in all
today will
honesty,
be
in all honesty,
Do
Wisconsin doesn't
it.
sound too bad. The only thing I could
what's
really see wrong with it is like really cold. But I think I'd have a good time in Wisconsin, mostly because like I know it's a really big thing there is cheese, and like I'm a
yes,
really
Yeah, Wisconsin's cheesy that
I'll
way.
be honest, I fucking love
yeah,
cheese,
yeah,
so I feel like I'd have
yeah.
a good time up there.
Hey,
Oh yeah,
hey, John.
yes.
I just did you couldn't decide whether to use the accent or go without the accent when you answered that?
Yeah, I got it. I was like,
He
how
was
do I
like,
answer
because
this?
I heard it turn off when he said
Oh.
yeah. I heard it mid yeah, just go eh.
Yeah,
Um, I there
I've
eh.
got
I actually know some Canadians, and the one thing with Canadians is they say sorry a lot, right? That is
Sorry.
such
Yeah.
badass. So her Canadian thing is she always say sorry. So I literally named one of the episodes we were because I was live streaming a game. I literally named it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Eh.
sorry.
You know,
Sorry.
it's funny. It's funny because Star Wars Theory is Canadian, and I didn't even know it's Canadian until he kept saying "a," and I'm like, "Holy shit, he's Canadian! I didn't know that."
That's so fucked up to be able to tell Canadian by accent. But John, when
Oh, I
when
will tell you though. Sorry, just real quick. So I saw this video from Generation Tech, and he says that Chopper C-110P from Rebels and Ahsoka and that kind of thing. That if he that I mean, obviously he's a droid, but if droids could be like Texans or Canadian or anything like that, the Chopper would most likely be Canadian. And I agree with that, honestly. And here's why, because Canadians are like supposedly the nicest people you could ever meet until you like cross them. My dad
Yeah.
dated a Canadian, and let's just say she didn't treat me very well. Just for the little shit. So
Yikes.
yeah. big
So
yikes.
what I was gonna say is, John, I have some ideas for future podcast episodes. See, this is why he
Okay.
kept me around. I have ideas. I'm the idea guy. This is the
Yeah,
only
you're
reason I
something
kept
all
around.
right.
I know
Yeah.
you ain't talking,
yeah.
Tyler. I know you ain't talking.
So we've
Yeah,
got
I am talking.
John.
See, I'm moving my lips.
we've got
I know that Thomas the Tank Engine on Rule 34 search history.
Yo, I did not see that. I haven't seen that. I'm not going to see that, and you better not show it.
So we have John.
I didn't know it existed, but
kinda-
how do you know it existed? Oh
We have
no!
John, who's the
Dude,
ringleader of the whole thing.
if anything
have-
exists, obviously that Rule 34 applies to it. Duh.
hmm
So
Doesn't mean I'm going to go searching for it.
Rule 34. Yeah, there's questionable things on there, especially let's see here. There was like questionable Transformers, Rule 34, certain anime
Yeah, that's
characters, Rule 34.
You
I've
sound
had
like
John
certain-
look up a
certain-
lot of RC Rule 34. Just saying.
Also,
RC and
I'm not gonna-
Windblade.
I'm pretty sure that Tyler would love some Rule 34 of Ahsoka though. Don't
He's
He's
wrong.
fucking blushing!
Don't
He's
you deny it.
You ain't
blushing!
wrong.
Don't you deny it.
He's blushing!
I just said
And also-
you're not wrong.
oh my god,
Big titty goth girls. What?
just
Oh.
guys being dudes, just guys being dudes.
We need a woman in here to like straighten us up sometimes. That's what it is. That's what you're missing. That's what we're missing, John. We need like one female. You know like the
True.
guy code. You know the guy code had the two girls, and the girl code had like the 1-2 guys. That's what
Right,
we
yeah,
need.
yeah.
So
I'm
we've got
just saying, Rule 34, Ahsoka and or Harley Quinn. Just saying. Just saying.
Poison.
oh
Or
god,
how about Rule 30?
I'm back.
Rule 34. Rule 34. Poison
God.
Ivy.
I'm fucking dead.
Mmm.
Come
Ooh,
back.
I got one better for you. Rule 34, Harley Quinn and Poison
It's-
Ivy. There you go. You're welcome.
Well, hey Tyler.
You're welcome.
How about that?
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you want me to react? You know, I mean, I'm human,
Nice,
you're
Spider-Man.
human.
Exactly.
A skeleton appears.
Oh, good lord.
It's all fun and games until your stuff gets Rule 34 made of it.
Ah,
I
Fair
already
enough.
accepted that fate. There's
Fair
like
enough.
one character. Dude, there's a rule. Okay, you could go this route. For every like, there's an artist. I can't remember. Dude, I wish Robert was here because he could tell you. Robert told me you could go the one route where the guy's like, just send me all the Rule 34 of this particular character I made. You could go the route. My rule will be like, hey, just make sure kids don't see it. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna happen.
come on.
I know it's gonna happen. Just make sure kids don't see it. Why is this motherfucker calling me on Discord?
I don't know.
Well, I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
So after our shenanigans, mentioning Rule 34 and Ahsoka Tano in a bikini with a lightsaber dildo going in and out of her vagina.
I smell cooked fish.
God.
I could leave. If you need me to leave.
Came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere, dog.
You know, Jordan's here. It's me. Jordan's possessing me. Okay, Jordan is
Oh, yeah.
possessing me.
I mean, he is atheist, so.
Jordan's in my he's like fighting for take a seat in my head. That's what it. You gotta tell him that.
Yo, we need to get Jordan on here sometime.
Yeah, we do. He's doing a Legion of Memer podcast. It's like he's producer on that now.
Oh,
He does
Really?
that every. Yeah.
So he left us.
If anything, we could try to say we can maybe one if we're not busy on like a Monday or anything like that. We'll see if we can try to do it on the podcast on a Sunday. Try to get him on for shits and giggles or
There you
or
go.
whatever. Or not, no one's not too fucking busy with shit. But I know we went off the rails for a little bit right there in itself. So let's try and make an attempt
Hey, you're
to
the
get
one
back
that making up cooked fish here, okay?
You're the one who said cooked fish.
You're the one that brought it up to make me say cooked fish.
God damn it. God.
Jimmy's right. We need a woman in this podcast. Golly.
All right.
Oh, sorry. One more thing. John sent me a couple patches and the Amazonian mother box from his Justice League Mayfix Wonder Woman. Thank you again for that, John. I really needed that mother box to complete the trinity of mother boxes that I got. And the patches are freaking dope. Let me grab them real quick.
I want to see the mother box.
All right, I'll grab the mother box too. Damn.
Calm down.
Give me the mother box. I need ultimate power.
So we've got
All
John,
right.
who's
See it? Yeah, you ain't getting it. So shut your damn mouth. Anyway.
Let me go to Amazon real quick.
So there was that.
So we've got John. He's the ringleader. We have Tyler.
This is the other patch.
He's the. Oh, that's cool.
The what?
I'm
the
trying
what?
to think of how to word it. The something co-host, the more
him.
like mellowed out kind of. The more
The laid back co-host. There you
the
go.
laid back host. We have Jimmy, who's like the crazy substitute teacher, who like lets you do whatever in class as long as you don't break anything or hurt anyone.
Don't let Jimmy train. Don't let Jimmy train younglings or Padawans. He would probably kill them or get them killed.
I wouldn't kill them. I would make them like little fucking crackhead monsters. The Jedi would fucking thank me.
And then there's me, just the feral goblin that you keep in the basement.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up before I bomb it again.
All right, and here's the other patch.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I got a patch too because I pre-ordered Starfield.
Oh yeah.
I can show it. I mean, it's up there on the counter.
Yep. And then I got those two patches right here too. So. Oh, dude, that's dope. That's cool.
I need to get a Leatherman jacket that I need to wear for my YouTube shit.
Real quick, here's the Anakin interceptor that I got.
Oh, cool.
And yes,
R2D2.
I did paint this tiny little R2D2.
I want it.
I don't care what you want.
Don't give it to him, Tyler. He's gonna shove it up his ass.
Crispy,
Yeah,
that's
hell
what I'm gonna
no.
do when I leave it in the basement for a day.
I live in the basement. The rats are my friends.
I got a certain instrument of doom.
We're gonna have to start
Change
calling Crispy
mine,
Rat
Tyler.
King.
I'll get you next time, Turtles.
All right, what's next on the agenda?
So
For
next-
Jimmy to get a life.
I saw CGI stuff. When we're gonna start talking about that?
We'll talk that in a minute. So next, one of the other news segments is Steve Harwell, Smash Mouth all-star singer, passed away.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so he passed away this past week at his home in Idaho. He was battling he was hospice care for final stage of liver failure, so he was a alcoholic. And so he was 56 years old. That is insane. And he struggled with alcoholism in 2013. And yeah, so that sucks, man. Like, a well-known singer for All-Star and just Smash Mouth in general. It's just insane that a well-known singer that I pretty much knew about growing up too. It just passed away, and it's sad. And 56 is pretty young by today's standards. And it's like, dude, if you can't get clean and fix yourself, why end your life so quickly and so soon? And that's
real.
He inadvertently created so many damn communities by just the Shrek thing, all that. Yeah, he inadvertently created so many communities.
It's
I like-
shit.
I like how I can actually hear myself from the other room, which I find hilarious. I can
It's
hear-
because of,
Yeah.
it's 'cause
That's
of
trippy.
shit like it's because of
Yeah.
shit like that. We can't have shit anymore. We can't have
Oh.
fucking. We can't have fucking good TV. We can't have good people. We can't have people that we look up to. You can't have shit anymore today. That fucking
No.
sucks.
Did you cover? Did you ever cover? Because I have a thing we might have to cover next week. Oh, not next week, next month or whenever. Because it's already kind of been already addressed. Not here, but it was that football player.
So
Oh,
no,
I
no.
think I heard about that. Yeah, I think I remember. How old was he?
Oh no, he was adopted by the family, and come find out it was a contract. It wasn't a contract adoption. So basically, they made a movie about it, about these nice people giving
Oh,
them.
the blind side. That's right. Yeah.
We
Oh
never
yeah, I heard about that.
went over that. Like I looked into it. Like I don't know the court. I don't know if he's going to court for him. But they
Yeah, I heard
basically
about that, yeah.
took all the money, and like they basically what's the ultimate fucking evilness here is the fact that they took a child who had gifts, said they adopted for an adoption paper, like a contract, and he didn't find out until recently.
Damn.
That's terrible.
I'll talk
That's
about
fucked
not
up.
having people anymore. That was such a good story because I don't care for sports, but if I even know about it, that's bad.
Yeah.
Well.
Story for so many people, and then you find out it was just
Straight up.
evil in the beginning. And that's the fucked up part about it,
Yeah. That
is
fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
because it makes you feel like there was never no goodness in the beginning with. And there's a lot of people. That's why I still do what I do, because there's a lot of people that just need to see some goodness. I mean, some of us are not the assholes that actually will stab you with the first chance we get.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. I completely agree. I was going to try to save this segment for the asshole of the month, but I feel like that the recent people saying stuff really hurtful things about Peter Cullen, about telling him to retire and stuff like that. When he loves the fans. He loves us because that's why he keeps
Yeah.
doing it, because he loves the fans of Transformers. He loves being Optimus. And then you got people like Optibottom saying, "Oh, he should retire." It's like, dude,
Optibottom
Fuck
can go
Optibottom.
fucking dick. I don't fucking care. Optibottom is a fucking hack. I'll say it right here. If he wants to fight me, he can fucking fight me. I
We'll
don't
fight
care.
together.
Yeah,
We'll
he'll
step-
probably lose.
Crispy-
I think Crispy
Crispy-
might come on top. Crispy might come up on top with that fight.
Crispy,
right.
Crispy. We'll be assembled like the fucking Avengers.
No,
oh
no,
hell
no,
yeah, hell yeah.
no, that's not a fucking joke. Fuck Optibottomus. Fuck
Yeah, I know.
Optibottomus. The fucking has been, who hasn't been popular since fucking 2010. Get off the fucking site and go get a life. Stop drowning all your sorrows in Diet Coke or Coke or
Am I
whatever,
echoing?
and get a life.
Seriously.
Like,
Am I-
it's like,
That's why we call him up
obviously-
the bottomest.
Up the butt, yeah, exactly, up the bottomest. But
Go shove another Repro label up your ass. Why don't you?
I don't
Yeah.
know too
Bunch of
much
shit.
about this guy. I kind of would love to be filled in.
he's
Basically, he's one of the most anal Transformers reviewers you can ever watch, and he makes these jokes that are just so damn annoying. Like he makes, like, don't get me wrong, I liked Emgo growing up, but he makes Emgo look like a saint.
oh, definitely. Yeah, Optimus, he's just
Straight up.
he's a shitty person. He said a lot of shitty things about people and stuff like that on social media. And then he's just like, and then even when, because Chris, he actually designed his new logo, and after Chris found out the type of bullshit that he's done, Chris immediately regretted designing that logo for him.
Yeah, apparently,
Oh, I bet.
I don't know if this is true. I will put this up front. I don't know if this is true because there's claims refuting it, but there's also claims supporting it. apparently when Optibotimus reviewed the masterpiece movie Jazz, apparently he made that review but he skipped like a family member's funeral or something like that. So
Damn.
To make that review, he skipped a family
hell?
member's funeral.
apparently, again, I don't know how true that is, but
I
if it
believe
is
it.
true, it sucks. But I wouldn't be surprised.
See, the other day, my neighbors came in. Long story short, my neighbor's wife and my grandma, their dog came over because they get excited because I've been let Bubs play with the older dog, and
Yeah.
a dog's not. It's she's well trained, like she'll listen, but she just ran across the street to the dog, and that made the neighbor upset. Not really, like it was more upset because the dog, and then when I went to go back inside, she yelled at my grandma, which is not even my grandma's dog, and pissed my grandma off for the rest of the day, which pissed me off. And then I had to go talk to her husband, and her husband was like, "What?"
Damn.
And so he put his foot down, and they eventually came over and apologized. They got her apology, which is fine because they apologized. Jim was trying to apologize for him, but that's not how that works.
Right.
And I mean, everything's good. But when they were on here, I was starting the stream because I've been wanting to play Starfield all week. But I cut the stream early because my dog is fucking more important than my fucking stream. Okay, like he comes first
Exactly.
because he's you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying because, and this kind of relates to a fact that I heard about earlier,
John,
or
what's
not
happening with
earlier
your camera?
today. It was yesterday. Who, me?
You know, John's camera keeps on going off.
Oh, he's probably just turning it off. But I can't remember if Optibotimus has pets or anything, but I hope he like dies alone in his home and his dog like eats his remains, because that would serve him right. I mean, forgive me, Lord, for saying that, but
that's the only purpose he has is to feed the ground and the animals.
exactly.
Jesus Christ! Wait, what the fuck did I start?
Tyler's just like, this man is nothing but for the ground, for the eating of the worms. Nothing. He will be melt to nothing. His oxygen. He's wasting fucking oxygen. This man deserves to be chopped up and fed to the animals. He's not even good for that.
Jesus
He's not even good
Christ.
for
Wait, what did I start?
That is Tyler.
I
like
was
all
wishing death
fucking...
on him. I just think he's an asshole.
Okay. What have I done?
Tyler's
Wait.
God.
Tyler's
What did I miss? I was talking to my dad.
Tyler basically turned into like I hope he fucking dies. I hope he dies and he comes food for his dog.
No.
It's the
What
only
I said
purpose
was, I said something like, if Optibotimus like dies alone in his house or whatever,
it wasn't him.
whatever dog or cat or whatever
It
he
wasn't
had,
him.
I hope
Don't make
they
yourself
eat
look good.
his remains.
I was just thinking,
John will
like,
find
holy
in the
crap,
recording. He
wait.
didn't say him.
I wasn't wishing death on the guy. Hold
No,
up.
I didn't mean to say it like that. I meant to say if he dies. That's what I meant to
If
say.
he dies. It's for repair, bro.
Damn.
Tyler's inner thoughts.
Guys,
He deserves to
it's
die.
not
He's
good.
no better than bone meal. His body should be chopped up and skinned
And then I
alive.
quoted
His
Anakin
body should be
Skywalker
turned
saying,
into
"What
bone
have I
meal.
done?" Because
His
I
bones
did
should be
not
turned
mean
into
for this to
bone meal
happen.
for fertilizer. His
Dude,
flesh
you're
and
good.
skin
Hey,
needs to
John,
be fed to the
John,
pigs.
John,
What? Yeah,
Shit, I'm
you
going to
remember that
hell for
live
this.
stream you had where Jordan came in and talked about putting Optibotimus's body in a fucking Chuck E. Cheese or some shit?
Yeah,
Kids trying to use it for like
oh my
small
God.
shit.
Bro, no joke, that'd be Five Nights at Freddy's all over again.
Oh, good lord.
Five Nights at
Oh
Bottom's.
God.
In order to have the funeral, his family has to play all the games to get enough tickets to get his body from the prize counter.
Damn! This is getting worse.
All right,
But then he can get away with
Yes,
just wrapping razors in a Chinese finger trap.
John had to leave for not even 5 minutes, and we're gonna like demote his podcast by the end of this year.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
YouTube's gonna look at our podcast and they're gonna be
We're
like,
all gonna be blacklisted. Each
no.
one of our channels are gonna so YouTube's gonna send each one of our channels a message. I'm like, hey, I'm on that podcast. Don't. They're gonna view my channel, and then I'm gonna be the first one to go. I've said
Oh,
there's some
God.
horrible shit that's been said
Oh,
on my
I thought
channel.
John was gonna be the first one to go, but I mean, hey, bye, Jimmy.
I wasn't wishing
Fuck
death
you.
on him or anything. That's
Nah,
that's
not
too far
good. Nah, I'm good.
for me.
Let's,
And John and Jimmy, no, I say some really messed up stuff.
I was just saying
let's-
his inner thoughts at the moment.
Yeah.
Hey, my
Well,
inner
you
thoughts
did
didn't
bring
sound like
up that
that. Jesus Christ.
you did say his family had to buy his ticket, buy his dead
I
body
was
back.
talking about comments made on a past stream.
Yeah,
Guys?
Crispy said that.
Hey, John,
guys,
yeah.
can
Sorry.
we get back on track, please?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hey, you guys
I'm
are just kind of going a little off the rails a little too much.
sorry.
Yes,
Well,
I
Well,
agree.
more off the rails if you ask me. Jesus.
Yes, I agree. Optibotimus sucks. He's a douchebag. I feel like that he does not deserve death, but at the same time, he deserves his channel to be destroyed to a complete and utter oblivion because his content sucks ass. And
See,
he
he's
just
like-
has.
I mean, I'm sure that'll happen one day.
Okay.
It's just a matter of time.
Careful.
Let's just end it there. Just end it
Yeah.
there. With
You should rename this episode "Going Off the Rails."
That's it.
Going
Let's move
off
on.
the rails.
And then I'll
Definitely.
Photoshop a picture of like Thomas or someone derailing. I don't know.
I can draw covers now.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Sorry,
So,
just not.
Let's
All right, back
if
on
we
track.
can-
Back on track.
back on track. Let's take the train, put it on back on track. I mean, I have Raiden over there, so if I need to have him on track, I mean, he might fall on top. So as we all know, so the last little bit of news is Loki season 2. Now,
Oh wait, y'all didn't talk about Ahsoka, did you?
no, we didn't. You want to talk about
Okay,
Ahsoka?
good
Okay.
because I'm going to talk about Ahsoka after this.
Yeah,
We did talk about Ahsoka before you got here.
Yeah.
Not the show. Rule 34
we were
joke.
talking about. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, he's here
no,
for the
I mean the show.
Yeah, we haven't talked about the show yet, dude.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
Making sure.
We didn't talk about the show.
Calm down.
That's
Come on.
That's your
Shut up,
moment,
Jimmy.
dude. You talk. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's your.
Everybody
That's your
calm
ass,
down
that's my
or I
moment.
will drop it. Calm
I'll
down
drop
or I will drop it.
Okay, so
Bitch.
Loki season 2. Loki season 2 comes out next month in October.
Really?
So
I think it's
yeah.
October 8th.
Yep.
Damn,
So the second.
Can I be honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of don't care. Like, I'm kind of done with the MCU at this point. I kind of don't
Yeah.
care.
The only thing I'm looking forward to
I'll be
is,
done with it if Deadpool 3 flops.
If Deadpool 3 flops, I said that. I said if Deadpool 3 drops, I will only go back to the comics. I will just go back to the comics.
Yeah, I mean that's really the only Marvel movie I'm looking forward to. So
Yeah.
And that's gotten delayed, so
Because of
Yeah.
writer strike, or because of was it writer or actors?
both.
Writers.
Both.
Writers.
Both. Writers
Both?
and actors
Both
are
now?
striking now. I mean, they've been striking.
And
The
Deadpool 3 is
actors
gonna
started
flop.
after the studios made we'll just let them bleed out statement. The actors started sticking with them, so sticking with their writers. So yeah, it's gonna turn into a bloody mess.
Cool.
We ain't
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get
funny.
Deadpool 3 at all, man. Like,
Says
and eventually when we do, it's just gonna suck.
You know, if you guys think about it, right? We're content creators.
yeah, I know.
We have the primo opportunity to make some good shit on YouTube that's entertaining, that has no political agenda, that it's good. Some good, solid shit. Some good storytelling. We have
Yes,
that
sir.
opportunity. It is time for us to own that opportunity. The nerds will rise from the grave and rule the world for thousands of years. It's going to happen. We already know that. So
In
it's like Revenge of
Hollywood,
the
we're
Nerds.
coming for y'all bitches.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
right.
become-
We're gonna be the
We
next.
should become our own studio. Me,
We will
Jack Nerd, Chris.
overthrow the
couple other people.
Hollywood Nazis. I guess I don't know what to say.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold up.
You know that's a bannable. There's banned words on YouTube now, and like I'm just now finding that out, and I'm like, oh, and Nazis is one of them apparently.
Oh fuck! Sorry, John.
That's why you call them the stupid mustache brigade.
But
I'm pretty
don't-
sure I can edit that out. So
My bad.
Just bleep it or
Yeah.
shit.
I can't wait to be
uh,
like fully censored. This guy stinks.
so let's try to watch our
Get back on
tongues
track.
just a little bit better.
Well,
I'm not
Yeah,
Hold
I
on, let me
didn't know
double
about
check
that. My
something.
bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Let's.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
let's-
dumb. No, that's Twitch. That's instant ban on Twitch.
Thank
If-
God.
If,
Oh,
if
thank
it's
God.
that's
Fuck you.
Twitch.
God damn you, Jimmy! I
Nice.
swear to God. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it was
I
all
mean,
Jimmy.
what-
Jimmy's
Well,
fault.
Jordan,
Blame
if
him.
Jordan's
Don't
been on
blame
the
me at all.
podcast, we just should have. You've
Yeah.
already been. I think it's fine on YouTube as long as we're. It looks like as long as we're not activating for it. So long as we don't have a swastika in the background saying "Hell Hitler," I think we're fine.
Okay. Let's,
John, don't calm down.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. I did
Loki-
not mean to
Loki
flick the
se-
nuclear option.
Loki season
okay?
2, go.
Yeah, so Loki season 2 comes out next month. I kind of looked at the trailer. It looks like he's going to like some different like time slipping through time. So it's very interesting. I mean, I'm probably not going to watch it because I don't have a Disney Plus account anymore because Disney just completely fucking sucks now, in my opinion, especially with the direction they're going. That's why I do not have a Disney Plus. And what's up, Jimmy? Go ahead.
I will sacrifice my well-being and watch it and tell you. I'm turning into that person. I end up just sacrificing my well-being, and I'm like, it's okay in my opinion.
Fair enough. So I mean, I guess so. The second season, Mobius, Owen Wilson's back, and then Sylvie, the other Loki variant, about I guess more about Kang and stuff like that. Nothing really knows. I don't know too much
Is
about
the
it,
actor
but
been replaced
like
yet?
for Kang,
Yeah,
no, I guess not. But I'm kind of
because he's in
excited.
jail.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's-
the actor
They'll get him
for
out.
Kang is in prison because supposedly he sexually is
He choked his wife. He strangled his wife.
yeah.
He fucking strangled his
he-
wife, bro.
Yeah, he abused he abused his
This is
significant other.
what happens when you have to do multiple different of the same characters. You go insane and you strangle your wife. That's not funny. I'm sorry. Please, God, please forgive me. It's not funny. I just
think
can't. I'm
God's
sick.
sending
I'm
Jimmy
sick
to
of hearing a
hell.
Marvel actor doing something heinous. Okay, I'm kind of sick of hearing it.
Not for real.
Yep.
I'm sick of it too.
Yeah,
Y'all need
like,
to start getting better people. I'm sorry.
yeah, I completely
Thanks.
agree. But so that was kind of it for the news segment, and then now we are moving on to animation. This was kind of like a topic I kind of wanted to talk about because as a amateur animator myself, same with Crispy with his storytelling and whatnot,
And
I
Jack
feel
in
like
the
it's kind of the top, and Jack in the Box James and Starpool. I guess photo comic kind of fit in that category in a way.
I mean, I would say it at least somewhat fits. I wouldn't say it directly fits, but I mean, I've thought about turning my comics into like stop motion animations. It's just it's just finding the time to do it and also the patience because John, I don't know how the hell you do it, man,
John.
but you're a craft at stop motion, dude.
Ty-
All hail John.
Are
the
we
stop
talking about
motion god.
animation or like stop motion animation?
Animation, just animation in general.
I mean,
So,
stop motion is a
like,
type of animation, so
I
yeah.
I have if you're gonna do anything drawing, I would recommend y'all break down and buy Procreate because they've been making it more welcoming to animating. And it's a good. You can make your own style, your own pins in there, like your own stylus. You can import your own stylus. You can add certain. I
does it have to be on Apple though? On an Apple device?
I do not know, but it is on my iPad. So if you
I think it's only
Well,
on
there
Apple
you go.
devices.
Fuck.
fuck,
Damn it.
So,
Somebody look it up.
one of the
Apple.
link- so with one of the links that I picked, I just picked up some random links and whatnot, especially with just animation, CGI and stuff, and then a couple other things and freelancers. So one of them I picked was, what's the difference between Japanese and American animation?
Ooh.
So
Is this opinion or?
no, it's a link I found, and well, I mean, we'll talk about opinions, but with the growing use of technology and many platforms to watch series and movies, the publicity of media has given way to consume much more and varied visual content. Regarding this, Japanese versus American animation pursue the goal of conveying information using visual stories. There are many differences between the two, in which these two cultures approach the animation industry. Thus, one of the main differences is the way in which both groups are drawn. The character of Japanese animation, also known as anime, and in American culture, on the other hand, cartoons don't have a lot of detailing when it comes to colors, lighting, and shadows. I'm trying to keep it short. So it's probably like an article, but if you guys want to like read, whenever you want to read that, but so when it comes to like animation styles, like which ones do you guys prefer more? Do you prefer more of the Japanese aesthetics, or do you prefer more of our American animation?
I like
Because
both.
I think
I like both, but I would say my favorite type of animation, at least, in terms of like Star Wars, is like the Clone Wars animation style. Like I feel
so
like
more of
that
that.
style's like
Or American.
really good.
I
Um,
think I think it heavily depends on what kind of tone you are wanting to go for, because you can have beautiful animation, you can have a beautiful art style, but you also have to have a good story to back that up.
Yep.
And
Again, Clone Wars.
animation is a visual medium, so in order to maximize your storytelling with animation, you want to be sure that whatever you are using, or the style you are using to convey your story, is something that fits well. Like I wouldn't use like an anime style that's more relaxed but more detail. I think it really depends on what kind of story you're wanting to tell. Like with I don't think Spectacular Spider-Man would be as good. Like it'd be a great story, but I don't think it'd be as good as it is with a more static anime style, which is more detailed, but you get like less of a range of movement, except in certain
Yeah.
scenes. But
Mhm.
it has that very simplistic, cartoony style, which allows the characters to be more fluid in their movement and whatnot. Um, as where I know a lot of anime tell a lot of more slice of life, which you don't really need too much action for that. I do know there are some that kind of do more over the top reactions from characters and whatnot. I do think that overall, I think that more slow burn, sort of less like vibrant but more detailed, more intricate design would work better for something like that. So I think I prefer personally the more fluid sort of I'd prefer like a blend of the two, but it really depends on what kind of story you're wanting to tell and what emotions
Right.
and
Yeah.
tone you want to convey.
Definitely. I mean,
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah. Look, there's so many different mediums of animation, and you're completely right about that. I mean, I do enjoy a lot of the Japanese anime because just the art style alone is just phenomenal, especially with when they're telling that story. Like when I watched ReZero, seeing how that story was told, and you're seeing all the lines, the colors, the vibrancy of it, and it's just there's something about just the anime style has just always been kind of um very very interesting to me because it's always been just very very clean, very clear. Like one movie I have called Your Name, which is like an anime movie, and it was just because it's like kind of like like they kind of base a lot of things from Japan in that movie, just a lot of the scenery and stuff like that, just that elegance and that beauty of it. And then when it comes to American animation, um, I feel like animation nowadays, especially when it comes to cartoons, is not as polished. Like take Transformers Earthspark for example. Like it's not polished like Transformers Prime was back in the day, because there was a certain polish that it had when Transformers Prime came out. That polish is gone. Now we have Earthspark, which doesn't have that polish or that certain elegance that Prime had, in my opinion.
Earthspark. Can Earthspark's just fucking ugly. I'm sorry. Earthspark's just fucking
No, I
ugly.
agree.
Yeah.
I do have to say, sorry, I just wanted to say that,
Yeah, your hand up, dude. Go ahead.
I'm not a big anime guy, but my brother got me into some anime, like he, like Death Note was incredible. Like the dark tones, the dark colors in the animation design, and all that kind of stuff. It was incredible. And then The Promised Neverland was really good as well. Um, and then Erase. Don't even get me started about Erase. Like the tones when like the colors when it was like happy moments, and then the vibrancy of it, and then when things started to get dark, the much darker tones. Like, dude, those three animes were really, really good. Not just in writing, but also animation. And I am watching Naruto right now because I had to skip an anime because it's for some reason it went from Netflix to Hulu. God knows why, but yeah, I'm watching Naruto right now, and I need to start watching it again. But it is really good so far. Also, John, I know since you don't have Disney Plus anymore, that deal kind of expired. But but would you? If I did watch all of Sword Art Online and whatever other animes you recommend, would you watch? Would you still be willing to continue with our deal of you watching Clone Wars or Rebels if I do that?
I mean, I would. I just got to see if I can find, so I don't have to get a subscription to Disney Plus. I think there might be an app or something I can find where I can actually watch it, or I can just see if I can find it all on DVD, which I would probably prefer to do anyway because I don't want to
Yeah.
buy it.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong,
Support
I
DVD,
completely
support Blu-ray.
understand. But
What's
the
that?
only thing is that
Go ahead, Tyler. I'm sorry. Christopher
no,
was
no,
saying
it's
something.
okay.
He said something,
The
so
the
it
only
was my bad. But
no, it's okay. The only caveat to if you do buy Clone Wars and Rebels on DVD or Blu-ray, at least for Clone Wars, you probably won't be able to see season 7 because I don't know if they'll have that on DVD. Honestly, they should put it on DVD and Blu-ray for those who don't have Disney Plus. But knowing how Disney is with their streaming service, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. Unfortunately,
well,
so.
I do have like a kind of like a Firefox box thing. I got to hook it up and get that connected to the internet and see if I can actually get Clone Wars on that. So I'll give that a shot.
Because if you
But
can, that'd be perfect.
yeah, Christopher, what were you
So.
about to say?
I was just saying, in this age of like streaming and stuff, I think DVD and Blu-ray is honestly being underappreciated. I will honestly hunt down for a movie to be on Blu-ray or DVD. That way, I know it'll never get taken away from me.
Oh, yeah.
So
Understandable.
Yes, like I have I got a couple of movies. I got some anime. I got like Deadpool 2. I got a bunch of Jackie Chan movies. I got Transformers animated, a couple of episodes of Transformers animated, Point Break, Shin Godzilla, Generation 1. Got the whole series of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I got a couple other DVDs on Blu-ray. I got Mortal Kombat. I got Top Gun, and a couple other movies too that I have on Blu-ray. So yeah,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like if the movie's available, then yeah, jump on the opportunity.
Because I am I am meticulously hunting for a horror movie that I'm wanting to watch called Skinamarink, and I know it's on a service called Shudder, which is like a horror streaming only
Yeah.
sort of thing. But I would rather have it on like DVD or Blu-ray so I can watch it whenever I want, wherever I want,
Yep.
and that way I don't have to constantly like I don't have to worry about like, oh my God, is this movie going to be gone when I sign up for this this
What
service?
do you think about this movie?
I have never seen it.
It's great. I would recommend watching it not with your parents around because there are a lot of girls with a lot of boobies. So yeah, but
I
it's
mean,
a
they're
good
going
movie.
away for a week starting Thursday, so hey. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, it's a good movie. Euro Trip is a really good movie. But yeah, that James, any final feedback regarding with animation or?
I'm making sure my friend's okay.
Okay, you're good, bud.
Because I'm worried about him.
Understandable.
He's not. I don't know what happened, and I kind of told him I was in a podcast, and then he kind of left call. I was like, fuck.
And
My thing with animation, like I like to enjoy multiple things because I do enjoy multiple things. And why is I don't like look right
luscious
without
locks.
the glasses anymore. I don't look right without the glasses anymore.
no, you really don't.
So the like because I watch One Piece, right? I'm really enjoying their animation style right now. For the Wano arc, which is it's fucking beautiful. And then you got Spider-Verse, which is awesome, beautiful. And then you got like it. I enjoy too much to not have like to have a problem. But what I do have a problem with is something like Family Gal. Look it
Family
up.
Guy.
No, it's not Family Guy. Family Gal. GAL. It is a
Okay.
ripoff.
Wow, what's wrong with that?
It's a like a wannabe Family Guy, but hate men type deal.
Aha, so quirky.
Yeah, and the anime. Oh my god, the acting, the animation. Vinny had to watch it. Vinny from YouTube from Vinesauce. He had to watch it, and like I almost left his stream. I couldn't because he was doing it for a charity event. And are y'all looking up like it? I just couldn't stand this. Like if they did a better story or a different, it was like the voice act. It was all bad. That's the shit that I can't stand. Like you have to be like really really bad. You know.
What the fuck? This looks like trash. What kind of animation? Oh, good God. They
What does
look
it
like
look like?
cardboard cutouts. They look like cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, show me on the screen and let's see if we're looking at the same thing.
Probably.
I can't.
Hold on. I'll open my browser and I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. But you continue what you were saying about
Just stuff like that. I can't stomach that. Like I have a friend of mine that's like he draws so well and shit, and he's about to start making a show, which I'm not supposed to say anything about it, but it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing whenever it comes out. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. But he draws so beautifully, like shit like that needs. There a lot of like you said earlier, a lot of us indie people, or I guess what that's what we could be called. We need to start getting up there because we need to step it up because if they win that and stuff, this is like our time to start showing off what we can do.
Yep.
And how Hollywood's fucking sucks now. Oh, I can't stop. Just the idea of like watching some of those because he's like he watched a couple episodes. He had to for charity. He did it for charity stream. Poor soul. And then everybody wanted him to finish it, to suffer. And he did. He can't. Thank God there's only like 3 episodes.
You know, an animated show is gonna be amazing when the trailer on YouTube has the comments turned off. You know it's gonna be good. You know it's gonna be a real banger when you see that.
Every time I see comments off on anything now, I just assume the worst.
Yeah.
Same.
Well, it's in the chat.
Oh God.
You know what's
Oh,
funny? The
God.
fat guy hasn't even showed up yet.
Oh my God! It's like Wine Moms, the cartoon.
I mean, it's like they look like cardboard cutouts. Like, what kind of crap is that?
Dude, there's
I
so
mean,
much
yeah.
blank space in this image. It hurts.
There's no depth. There's just that.
Well,
What the-
I guess it couldn't be as bad as the
Oh
American
my
the
God.
first American anime and using JPEG cutout JPEG of bread. You couldn't draw bread. I can draw bread.
Oh my God, that was the worst animation model.
I never
Those were
watched
the
it.
worst animation models I've ever
I
seen.
refuse to watch it.
That just looks terrible.
Ain't getting to watch for me, you know, I'm telling you that much.
Same. So,
But like, there's good things out there, like Spider-Verse. Look for indie stuff. A lot of good indie stuff are out there.
oh, there's actually an indie one that I found. Freelance. This will be in the later in the notes. Freelance stop motion. Freelance stop motion and other forms of animation, which I'm going to touch here pretty soon. So I think we kind of pretty beat that one to a pulp. So next up is the CGI within movies. And now, as we all know, CGI has been very lackluster lately. Obviously, I think the first one we're going to
People are lazy.
beat the fucking shit out of is the MCU's CGI.
Oh boy.
So, Marvel has a VFX problem. If Phase 4 has faltered, the MCU's effects heavy visuals on the ways in which they are produced have drawn increased scrutiny. So, as we all know, I think the biggest fucking fuck you for animation right now is probably in the MCU is obviously Thor: Love and Thunder. The CGI, the abysmal CGI in that film in itself was completely trash and garbage in my opinion, because that one kid which showed up and you see the ghostly face of him, it's just like the CGI just was a complete and utter joke. Oh my God. And then you had Ant-Man and the Wasp. The visuals, they were okay, I guess, but still, like the CGI in Marvel is just not as polished as it used to be. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like even like in She-Hulk, that CGI with her working her ass in one episode is like, why do I need? Who's the guy who decided to have the job of actually having a green ass on Jennifer Walters bounce up and down on She-Hulk? It's like, are you for fucking real?
It was me, John. I was
Was
the
you?
guy who did that. I was the guy who did that.
Well,
they paid me a lot of money. And I had a hell of a time doing it.
Damn, Chris, you getting canceled up in here.
Oh, but I think what the problem is that Disney is getting very lazy because they've already put in the big hard steps of doing the Infinity Saga. So now they're at a place where they think they can just keep
pumping out, and keep it at a consistent scale. But they don't realize that their animators are still people. So they need time to actually make a decent product and make a decent, end result. Because if you look at stuff like, I'd say, and this isn't just relegated to Marvel, this is relegated to like their live action remakes as well, because like The Lion King and basically any of the animal characters, going back to The Little Mermaid, specifically like Flounder and fucking what's the crab's name? Fuck.
I thought it was a lobster.
Oh, he's a crab. Fuck. Anyway, they're just real animals and they just look so lifeless. Meanwhile, like there was a joke going around back when Godzilla vs. Kong came out. Or Godzilla King of the Monsters back in 2019. Because around that time, the live action Lion King remake came out as well. And there was a joke going around. It's like, how is it that I feel more emotionally connected to a giant monster destroying a city than a live action depiction of a beloved childhood character? And it's like, it's funny, but it's true.
Oh my god, it is very true. Yeah.
Like I didn't even see the fucking Lion King, and even then I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is ass. This is ass.
Oh,
like, because they don't care. They're just like, oh hey, we can basically just print. They think, oh, we could just print money now. So that's why the stories suck. That's why the visuals suck. That's why they're coming out so fast and so much like little time in between. It's because they're doing quality or quantity over quality.
Definitely.
They're on a fucking high horse and they need to be knocked off.
Yep, I agree. Jimmy, you had your hand up.
Yes, I did. All I want to say is Marvel fucking figure out a story. You have Galactus now.
Yes.
You have the fucking Venom King. You have so many other big fucking shots you can build up. You have Blade that's like I hope isn't shit. You have Marvel Zombies that I kind of hope isn't shit, because if those two are shit and then Deadpool flops, I'm not gonna be a Marvel fan anymore. I'm going to pirate every single movie from then on.
Oh, definitely. I completely agree.
That begs the question: will they?
I'm sorry.
They
Fuck you,
worth
Marvel. I'm not
pirating?
sorry.
Yep.
Get your shit. I know Kevin Feige right now jumped so hard on the Deadpool thing right now because he's like, this is the only thing to save us. And I'm partially to believe it's not even Kevin Feige's fault that all this shit is going on. I
agree with that.
I don't think it's his fault. And I think he realizes it. I think he's like trapped in a box and he's like, guys, help. Because like he went to jump on to put all focus and all the resources in Deadpool. And I'm like, Kevin, is this a sign? Is this a SOS? Are you like not like as in charge as you would like you to be? And I'm starting to think he's not, because
definitely.
I trust Kevin Feige, because every time there's like one of these bad movies, I don't hear him talk much. But every time there's a decent one, he always he's talked before the movie drops. And I'm like, Kevin's not in control. Kevin's watching everything fall apart.
Yes, he is.
That's like Dave Filoni with Star Wars and Jon Favreau.
I feel so bad because I thought Kevin was behind like a lot of it. I mean, he's still there, but every time it's not gonna be a decent movie, he doesn't really talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
He barely even talked about Doctor Strange. Like what? He had like 2 sentences about that movie. At this point, I've now realized if he does not talk about the movie, I'm not probably gonna go watch it. Because he talked a lot about the Infinity Saga.
When you say Doctor Strange, do you mean the first movie or Multiverse of Madness?
Multiverse of Madness. He didn't talk too much about
really.
That. He said his 2 sentences that were being repeated all over, media. And then I know he talked about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I did not remember him talking about the shows, any of the other stuff. I'm starting to think that it's not his fault anymore. I'm starting to think
Netflix.
Kevin Feige has like Disney over him, and Disney's like, you got to do it this way, but that's not gonna
I can
do
see
it.
that.
Disney is
Do
doing.
it, Kevin. Do it, Kevin.
I'm sad
has
that
been-
Moon Knight was bland.
What?
I'm sad Moon Knight was just so bland.
It was okay.
That made me sad
It was.
because I was
good. It-
hoping
but
that would be cool.
compared to everything else coming out, it's still better.
It's not bad,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's just bland. You know, it's just
Yeah, no,
it's just
I
kind of
agree.
boring.
We need to figure out how to disconnect, support Marvel and also disconnect them from Disney. I feel like if we do, I feel like.
I feel like Marvel
we're-
definitely needs to be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like Marvel definitely needs to stray away from Disney and be its own thing.
Well, they used to
Not have
be.
Disney. Yeah, they used to be. Then now Disney took control over what back in 2012 when the Avengers came out because it's the only way they were able to get the money for that movie to make that movie for the Avengers. So they sold a company that was on the building blocks, pretty much on the backbone of Robert Downey Jr. and Jon Favreau. And now we have freaking Disney's like their hand is in the pocket and they just want to own it. And they're going to destroy Marvel just how they are destroying Star Wars.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say that. I know Tyler hasn't talked about Ahsoka yet. I got to make sure he takes the thunder for that. But I don't know much about Ahsoka. But I mean, I'm not going to say that Ahsoka's going to save Star Wars. I'm not going to say the next movie is going to save Star Wars.
Oh,
I'm not
it
gonna say
is,
any of
and I
that.
will get right into that.
Right after
It's
these
just-
messages.
Yeah, right after these messages. And it's just insane, like to think that the way Kathleen Kennedy has just had her grubby claws into things and just like just dismantling it. Even with when we're talking about Snow White, like you have this girl who is not even Caucasian playing Snow White, and on
And then
top
being-
of that, the
being all dick
most
about it.
fairest. The most fairest woman in that movie is fucking Gal Gadot, who is absolutely stunning, beautiful, and she's apparently so she's the evil queen. So she's saying so the evil queen is like all of a sudden like, oh, who's the fairest of all? And Amir's gonna do the whole Snow White thing. I'm like, no, evil queen, you're the fairest of them all because you're Gal fucking Gadot. You're completely irrelevant to Snow White. You got this, girl. You're fine. You're
You
gonna.
know, that
Well,
actor
you're
talking
evil
shit.
witch queen then, or evil queen shit. So fuck
Snow-
yeah, there you go.
The Snow White actor. See, I wouldn't even care about like the whole like race thing, but they're just doing it to just like I wouldn't care so much unless it was like they were because. Well, I understand that, but like they weren't being a dick about it. Just like because it's like if it was presented as a play, I wouldn't give a fuck because it's plays.
Yeah.
But like the right now because the actress for Snow White talked all that shit and stuff, everybody has been gotten on her case about the 12 dwarfs.
Oh
And
yeah,
they're
they're
not
not even gonna
dwarves.
have. They're not even gonna be dwarves in the movie.
They're gonna be magical, mystical creatures, and they have
They're just
primitive
men.
weapons to fight against
They're just
men
men.
and women.
They're just people. They're just.
Is there,
Hold
a
on.
girl, is there a girl in the group?
I think there was a girl in the group. Hold on.
Let's see. Snow White.
Oh.
I don't know how we
Remake.
I don't get how we started from talking about animation. Now we're talking about Snow White. This is
Again.
weird.
Again.
Again.
Let's see.
So we're going to talk about Ahsoka. Anytime now.
See.
That's next.
I
We
know-
should
I
do
know,
that
Tyler,
next.
I know.
We should do that next.
Yeah,
We
we'll
should-
do that. We'll
Yeah.
do that next. Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. Casting
bet.
Snow White. Let's see.
I want to smack
That's
her
the
with this.
That's the cover they're going with for the
The upcoming
movie.
remake
Show me
features
the
only
cover.
one actor with dwarfism with their 6 companions. Note that the upcoming Snow. This is from Forbes. Note that the upcoming remake is titled Snow White, not Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. The upcoming remake features only one actor with dwarfism with their 6 companions played by non-dwarf actors. The absence of dwarves has sparked backlash online, but the idea of 7 dwarves appearing in the remake also proved controversial. Appearing on Mark Maron's What the Fuck podcast, Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage dismissed Disney's remake as a backward story, stating that he quote was a little taken aback when Disney were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, but you are still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In response to Dinklage's comments, Disney stated that to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film, we are taking a different approach with these 7 characters and have been consulting with members of the dwarfism community. Dinklage's interview prompted other actors with dwarfism to object to his comments, with some expressing concern that future acting roles could be lost. Actress Katrina Kemp described the casting as, quote, a missed opportunity to make a movie with 7 little people where they actually have intended characters. There will have been people who gladly would have taken these roles.
Get fucked,
Peter
Disney.
Dinklage. I mean,
Get fucked.
obviously we already know who Peter Dinklage of the Seven Dwarfs would play. He'd be Grumpy.
Yeah.
Because he does know how to play a very angry character, especially his serious roles in Game of Thrones. When he did the voice work for Scourge and Rise of the Beast, for for a actor with dwarfism, he does know how to articulate and have a outstanding performance. Especially
And
when
that's
you play
really what
Trask
you need.
especially when you play Trask in Days of Future Past. So,
Oh
all right.
yeah.
Yep.
I loved him for that role.
So Tyler, you
Bad.
gonna keep
Bad.
your
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
okay,
Kick him
so
from the
Tyler
goal. Kick him
here-
from the goal.
Tyler
Shut
here,
up, Jimmy.
our resident Star Wars expert. That's why he's called Starpool. Has been watching the new Ahsoka
know
series.
it.
I actually did see one scene I was on YouTube about a certain character's return. I think it's
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
I think it's
I don't
a
think it's
really
him.
cool idea.
I don't think it's him. I think it's the son from the Clone Wars. If you saw the Mortis story arc from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, you know who the son is. He's the embodiment of the dark side of the Force. A lot of people who have seen Episode 4 think it's him, not. Well, I can't really. You know what? I don't care. Are any of y'all gonna watch Ahsoka, or do you care if I spoil it?
Probably not. No, but you can. You
Oh,
go
I
spoil.
don't give a
Well,
fuck about Disney.
Spoil
I dropped
away.
out of Star Wars. I dropped out of Star Wars before I even dropped out of Transformers.
Fair enough, Jimmy. Okay, so Anakin Skywalker makes an appearance at the end of Ahsoka Episode 4. I don't think it's him. I think it's the son. He just has the appearance of Anakin because, okay. So, and I highly recommend y'all watch Star Wars Theories videos on these because, trust me, they're gonna these theories and points and all that are gonna blow your damn mind. So, Ahsoka. Well, let me just start by saying, visuals, acting, props,
How you doing?
the makeup and all that, fan-freaking-tastic. Dave Filoni is Star Wars Jesus. Like obviously you have George Lucas as Star Wars God because Doug, he created it. Dave Filoni is Star Wars Jesus. You cannot tell me otherwise, and y'all Filoni haters can get the fuck over yourselves because you wouldn't know Star Wars lore if it bit you in the ass. Because people are hating on Ahsoka, saying, "Oh, it's this, feminist bullshit." No, it's not. If you really understood if you would go back,
Oh yeah,
watch
no.
Ahsoka, if you'd go back, watch Clone Wars, watch Rebels, you would know Hera, Sabine, Ahsoka. So all this random bullshit y'all are spewing out, you need to shut the fuck up because this series is bringing Star Wars back on track, and that's saying a lot because ever since Mandalorian season 2, Star Wars derailed again. Like it derailed with the sequels and Resistance, which don't ever watch Resistance. It's not worth it. The animation sucks. I only like one character that appeared once or twice. and that's all I can really say about Resistance. Don't watch it. The sequel trilogy itself, hot garbage. Like Force Awakens was okay, and then Last Jedi just broke the franchise. Rise of Skywalker was not much better because it just did damage control. Mandalorian season 1 and 2 was phenomenal. Book of Boba Fett started off great, but then it kind of went.
Hey, I still didn't
then-
finish. I still didn't finish Mandalorian. He went in the shit. Does anyone care for like spoilers?
I've
No.
seen all of Mandalorian, so go ahead.
You know where he goes in the lake?
The
The
lake.
lake.
The sacred water.
Yes.
Season 3.
That's season 3.
Yeah, that's season 3.
Because it was like a whole redemption arc for him because he removed his helmet.
Yeah, I can't remember how much farther I am from that.
Okay.
I might have finished it, but I'm not. Now I've realized it.
Well, honestly, like season 3 was okay for Mandalorian. Like it's better than Kenobi. Kenobi's not even canon to me anymore because there's elements of it that I like, but it's not enough to make me think, "Wow, Kenobi's amazing." Don't get me wrong, it was amazing seeing Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor back as their respective characters. But the thing is that all the Reva bullshit of her constantly getting stabbed and surviving. What? Hell no. You're stabbed, you're dead. Doesn't matter what the case may be, because the only reason Qui-Gon, John, okay, sorry, I was reading something on Jimmy's screen, but so like, the things that that Kenobi did that I liked was, the end fight with him and Vader, with Obi-Wan and Vader. That was great. The things I didn't like, constantly Reva getting stabbed, everyone getting stabbed in the damn stomach. Like, stop it. Lightsabers are supposed to be the most deadly weapon in the galaxy. Quit treating them like a damn joke, Disney. Seriously. And on top of that, hold on, John. And on top of that, the only reason why Qui-Gon held on after getting stabbed, let's face it, the fight between Maul, Obi-Wan, and Maul lasted, especially after Qui-Gon got stabbed, that had to have been 15 to 20 minutes. And Qui-Gon was holding on until, just to
Crispy,
tell
I hear,
Obi-Wan to
like,
train
leakage.
Anakin. Oh, sorry.
It's like idiot leak glitch every time you speak in his mic. You might want to
sorry.
unplug and replug, Crispy.
Oh, Crispy? Oh.
So I'm not plugged into anything.
Oh,
So, and Qui-Gon, knew that this was the will of the Force. He's supposed to go. That's why you rush to a hospital or anything like that. Which brings me to Sabine. Her getting stabbed by a lightsaber, I don't care for. But I somewhat can see why they went that route. Only obviously, I'd rather a lot of people would rather have Ahsoka, come in, fend off Shin Hati, and Sabine not get stabbed. I would prefer that too. But since Sabine was stabbed, the only reason why I'm okay with it is because she was literally rushed to the hospital. And what I don't know if Ahsoka stabilized her in her shuttle and then took her to the hospital. But what I actually like to think is, after Sabine drops to the ground, you see Ahsoka running to her. I like to think of Ahsoka picking up Sabine and force running to her to the hospital for her to get stabilized. That's the only reason why I'm okay with it, because she was literally rushed, running with the Force, like Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan did to avoid the droidekas in Phantom Menace, to get her to the hospital. Other than that, it's stupid, and I don't blame Dave Filoni for doing that. I think Kathleen Kennedy and Disney executives told him to do that because it's Dave Filoni. He respects the Star Wars lore, way more than 90% of Lucasfilm nowadays. Or I'd imagine 90%. But anyway, but yeah, so that's my only issue with the first episode. Other than that, the first episode was great. The second episode was great. I love seeing Chopper again because me being an astromech guy, C-110P, being his little smartassy war criminal self was amazing, and it's good to see that he is basically Hera's metal child, because there's a lot of people have been saying lately that Chopper calls Hera mom, and I agree with that because after Chopper's Y-wing crashes, Hera literally adopts him as if he was her own child in a way. So yeah, I fully agree that Chopper calls Hera mom. Plus, with how Chopper beeps and boops, you kind of tell the words he's saying, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Chopper prop, amazing. Like the extra panel lines and details, I love. And the way his head's able to tilt and animate, it's so great. Huang, don't even get me started about Huang. Originated in animation from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, this Jedi architect droid who, would take younglings to find their lightsaber crystals and then help them build their lightsabers with the kyber crystals they find, now in live action. And there's a Black Series figure coming out of him, and you bet your ass I'm buying that sucker as soon as I see it on the pegs, because I need a Huang. I need him bad. I want him bad. And the cool thing is that he has these little extra arms on his backpack, and the Black Series figure has that feature, which thank God, because if not, then that would have been a very disappointing figure in my opinion. But and then the last episode again, incredible. Like Balin's skull. Okay, and there's a theory about the orange blades, the orange lightsaber blades. It's an inverse of Mace Windu's purple lightsaber blade. And what I mean by that is, how in the Star Wars lore Mace Windu's lightsaber color is purple because he stays in the light side, but he channels a lot of darkness within him.
Yeah.
Orange
And
is
also-
basically hold up, sorry. Orange is basically an inverse of that. You're in the dark side, but you channel some light within you. And I don't see how that couldn't be the case for orange, because red means, you bled your crystal and it's bleeding. White means you healed it. And it's one with the Force again. Green is offensive, blue is defensive. Yellow is a sentinel, so with orange now being canon, it's like that would make sense for an explanation.
You know why Mace Windu had a purple lightsaber in the first place, right?
Well, I know like what I just said was the in-universe explanation.
Yeah.
I know the real-world explanation was Samuel L. Jackson.
Give me a fucking purple lightsaber!
Ain't no scrawny ass nerd telling Samuel L. Jackson he can't have a motherfucking purple lightsaber.
Oh no, George Lucas let him have it. Like he literally said no purple, and then George Lucas was literally like, yeah, we could give you purple, and his face lit up with happiness, man. Oh my God!
Did you tell Sam Jackson no?
Would you
no.
I love that man though.
Exactly. You don't tell
love
Sam
that man.
Jackson no.
God bless
I would
Samuel
tell
L.
him no
Jackson.
just
I'm
to see what he'd do
saying.
to me.
Of course you would,
It
Jimmy.
was nice knowing you, Jimmy.
Yeah, I just look back and I'm like all fucked up and shit. It just me and Samuel Jackson walking. He's like, "You outlived it, Jimmy." I'm like, "Yeah. What do you expect? I'm a fucking crackhead. You can beat my ass. I'll come back."
I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson would be screaming out, cursing. This motherfucker told me no. What you?
This
What the hell?
motherfucker, dumbass white boy, told me no.
I feel like
Pretty much,
Sam
yeah.
Jackson would beat John with Tyler. Like he would pick up Tyler as a weapon to use to beat John. And then he wouldn't even have to do anything to beat Jimmy.
He would just look at us. I'm like, dude, Sam, I want to say no to you. Just he's like,
Oh,
so you're not even scared of me. No, that's your problem, boy. I'm like, yeah. That is literally one of
And
my
then-
problems. Is like the only things I'm probably scared of is anything otherworldly, and I've even gotten over that.
Bro, that's so funny. But yeah, I mean, Dave Filoni is honest to God our savior when it comes to Star Wars. Like, what Disney and Kathleen Kennedy need to do is just like with Mando season 1 and 2, give Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau 100% creative freedom without any kind of oh, we got to tweak it for this to cater to this audience. No, fuck that. You don't do that shit. You let our boys cook in the kitchen where they belong and make great Star Wars
That's
content.
the problem with a lot of stories now. You want to cater to a group, especially if it's a story not about that group, right?
Exactly.
It's okay
and
to
Disney
have,
and
like-
Kathleen Kennedy need to quit doing that bull.
Because it's
Because
they feel
'cause
insecure.
the
That's what
thing-
it is.
Huh?
They feel insecure. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, obviously, because they think
They
their
want
political
money.
agenda, because their political agenda thinks that it's going to make them money,
They
but those
want more
those
money.
dumbasses don't even get it,
They
and
want
that's the
money.
problem. That's the problem. It doesn't.
They-
Well, that's the thing. They
They
want money, but they keep throwing.
I'm so sorry, John.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I want to
Okay.
give you a hug.
Seriously, I
So
gotta make
sorry.
a point here.
Tyler, go.
So that's exactly what Crispy said. They want money, but here's the problem: all this political bullshit that they're doing ain't gonna make them money. It's just gonna deteriorate Star Wars and Marvel more and more and more each project they launch, each script they write. Like, it'll degrade them by the day. Again, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau for Star Wars, they know what they're doing. Kevin Feige, I have full faith in him. I do.
Well, he was a fan. He's amongst us.
Exactly.
Kevin Feige was a fan. That's why I like the dude. He came
Exactly.
from us.
I mean, Dave Filoni's a fan too. He's a hardcore Legends guy. Like, all the Expanded Universe stuff under George Lucas, he loves that shit.
Didn't
And Jon
Feige
Favreau,
also used to work with the comics?
Yes.
Sorry?
Didn't Feige also used to work in the comics? Because I remember reading he wrote an X-Men story or something somewhere.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got
yeah.
into it by that. And he was on a set, one of the older movie set, and then one of the guys was like, "Let's bring that fucker back." And look at where he is now.
Yeah,
also,
I mean-
John is sitting there in the back of his head, just like my podcast is going down. One day my podcast I'm gonna have to stop.
One
These
day the
motherfuck-
podcast is going to be all of us in a room, and John's going to have enough of our shit, so he's going to lock the door behind him and beat all of us with a big old stick. Not because it's the most effective, but because he wants us to know how much we've messed up. And then he's going to put us all in an individual corner and make us think about what we've done. That's not going to work on me, though.
I think I would
because I'm
survive
built
longer than y'all busters, because
Shut the fuck up.
because he's known me longer than y'all, so
Your authority, your longevity, your age. Age doesn't mean shit. All right. Just because you've been somewhere for 100 years doesn't mean it can't be improved. Fuck you.
I will beat everyone equally with said stick, and you all will.
Thanks, Papa John.
So you will all feel the ever-growing anger of my wrath, and when you are all the three of y'all are in your corners, I will say when you can leave from those corners, and it will be a long wait before you can be removed from those said corners. And
So-
the only way you can be removed from those corners is you have a couple. Either we will make the walls sweat, or I will make you all sweat.
Well, I'm
So,
not
yeah,
telling
Can
you,
you say
folks.
in
I'm
game
probably
after
gonna
that? Can
die.
you say in game now?
So yeah, Tyler, old man Tyler, your AARP checks ain't gonna save you from getting an ass whooping.
Oh man.
See, what's gonna happen
Bro,
is
I'm 24. I'm 24.
so
Oh, I'm the closest to getting an AARP check. What the fuck, you guys?
see now you're making fun of
Wow.
yourself. You had a free getaway
Yes, I'm making
pass.
fun of myself.
Now you just like
I-
ruined it. You had a free like get out of jail card. And now go the fuck back in jail. Bro, it's all for the games until he beats Tyler. Tyler takes the beating, and then he goes to hit me and Crispy with a stick. We turn around and just grab the stick.
Are you sure about that? I make sure I sweep the leg too.
Damn, John's gonna be a fucking ninja.
You better take me
None
to
of
a
us
fucking.
stand a chance.
You better
I'm
put me in
out.
a straitjacket, John.
Oh, believe me, you will be in a straitjacket, and I will probably duct tape you to the fucking wall.
It's like Crispy just sitting there normal in a
Damn.
chair. Tyler sitting there normal in a chair. It's like, what the fuck happened to him? He wouldn't stand still.
I'm just gonna watch the whole thing play out. If he's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, "Nothing. It was those two over there. They did it."
It was
No,
him.
that'd be me. I'd be like, hey man, John and I were cool. You know, I don't know what went wrong. These two motherfuckers over here, they fucked up.
Speaking of which, I am so glad that I've met John. John is a fucking awesome individual.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm glad.
not
I'm glad he's back. I'm sorry. I know I wasn't here for the last one, but I'm glad. I just want to say I'm glad he's back. I'm glad the F team is back. I'm glad that all the crossover stuff is back. I'm glad that when
What
he
does the
came
F
back,
stand
he
for?
didn't come back with a limp from getting booty blasted by gorillas. I'm glad John's back.
Don't forget how them gorillas collapsed John's cheeks.
He's like, laugh it out now, guys. Laugh it out now.
We're all gonna die.
I can't wait until we all meet in person.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
bro, that'll be fun.
We're gonna like, I'm gonna be the motherfucker that brings
Alright,
the
I
whole
need a
setup
drone strike
camera.
here. I need a drone strike here. I need a drone strike there.
See, all he has to do for me, me and you, Crispy, is he just has to get enough. He's like, okay, I know Crispy's close to James. Let me just like fire bomb the shit out of that area, and there's a higher
my
chance
God.
I'll just get Crispy.
Oh my god.
And then
Damn.
Tyler in Texas, you know, it's like
Damn.
like, okay, well, gotta order that drone strike, that drone strike, that drone strike.
Just nuke that area.
Nuke this area right here.
Because just to get Crispy,
The context.
Bruh,
I'll call private investigator. Like, all right, I need you to this guy, Chris Raptor Studios, track his IP, and then so all of a sudden, you know, like, all right, I want photos. I want to know about his entire
I
life.
low key
Damn.
want to try that.
That is
Not with
legendary.
Crispy.
Pet smart.
I low
then-
key. I want to low key investigate someone. I want to like get it to where there's someone that's a small streamer, right? And they don't have like they never show their face and they very little known about them, right? I want to hire investigators to see if they can figure out the fuck that is.
Fell off the rails again, didn't we? Just a little
yes,
bit.
yes,
I
we
mean,
did. But
I mean, we talked about some stuff. I mean, we talked about the
We didn't talk about-
CGI. So I mean,
And
we
that-
made it.
And kind of speaking of CGI, sorry, it's just the CGI on Chopper was really good too. Like on his close up when his little arms popped out of his head, and he was just kind of waving him around like he does.
I will say that CGI is cool and all, but I'm glad that Lucasfilm still knows when to use like good practical effects because I haven't seen the show,
For sure.
but Ahsoka looks amazing. Hera looks amazing. All of the like aliens look amazing in Star Wars.
And the
Ahsoka Hera
droids
can get it.
too.
Yeah, the droids look amazing. Ahsoka and Hera can get it, by the way. Everything looks amazing in the show.
Bro, have you seen how thick Hera is? I'm just saying, with how thick Hera is, God damn.
Well, you know
Wait, that
what?
was-
This is somewhat of
that
a
was
reality,
kid Ray.
guys.
Wait,
Somewhat real.
Wait a
With
minute.
aliens being confirmed, that means we can theoretically clap some alien cheeks. Okay,
I'm down. Just saying.
I'm down too.
oh no,
Yes.
y'all
Yes.
down horrendous. Y'all
John,
down horrendous.
as soon as there was a hot alien chick called me, I called first dibs. Fuck you, Tyler.
No,
Oh,
Like
no.
how
I
we
mean,
do.
no. James, you would get sloppy seconds. After I go to town on those alien cheeks.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You would
I
get
want
sloppy
a
seconds.
untouched alien.
bro.
I just said that as a joke. I just,
No.
wait. I'm not letting this run off like Optibotimus again.
I want to marry. I'd rather marry an alien than date another human being. I swear to God, guys. Fucking hate humans.
Yeah, sometimes humans are, I mean, every now and then you come across a good human, but then you
Now we're
look at others
talking
as
like
like,
an alien tongue. Yeah, all the humans suck. What an eye that there's a good human every now and then. My friend swears up and down that I'm actually the alien.
I can see that.
Yeah, I could see it.
Like my fucking Clark Kent powers kick in as soon as more aliens show up. What the fuck, guys?
Jimmy's definitely a skinwalker.
Probably. We should probably do something about that.
Nah, it'll
Oh.
be fine.
You won't do
Yeah,
a damn thing about that.
If you say so.
Have you seen the other skinwalkers? They're
Wasn't it
assholes.
another
I'm not an
pandemic
asshole.
and an apocalypse because you refused to take care of Jimmy? I don't want to hear it, Crispy.
Whatever.
Feed me children.
I'm gonna be surviving in the apocalypse. You don't even know.
Okay, let's go back. John's like getting sick of this shit.
Yeah, I'm
J-
low-key getting sick of it too.
Uh,
So at any rate, yeah, I
John-
mean,
John is just the disappointed teacher who's just watching all of the kids in the class just like go off. And
there's something else I do need to bring up though. So, and again, this relates to the Ahsoka series. Y'all know how George Lucas set up the Force to be this energy field that lives in everyone, so like everyone is literally Force sensitive.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni, the Star Wars Jesus he is, continued that lore because here's the thing. I don't care who has the Force, even if they like. Okay, so like let's take Sabine for example. Her being a Mandalorian, I don't care that she's Force sensitive in a way. If they all of a sudden made her into a copycat Rey, yeah, I'm gonna have a big problem with it. Actually, no, I'm gonna have a problem from where I'm sitting right now to the other end of this fucking galaxy. Like I'll be that livid.
I thought the other end of the universe would be longer.
No, galaxy. No,
No,
actually, no.
either.
I think you're right. My bad. But
I'm the space guy.
no, shut the fuck up, Jimmy. Anyway, so, but the fact that she was trying to force pull the cup Ahsoka drank from when they were talking about the Force, and the fact that she was trying so hard to move the cup as if you're like a 5-year-old that watched Star Wars for the first time, and she didn't move it, like, that's great. I love that Dave Filoni did that because that shows that she wants to learn, but yet she doesn't have the talent to wield the Force like a Jedi or Sith. So I love that, and as long as Kathleen Kennedy and Disney keep their sorry ass fangs out of the series, I feel like if Sabine trains with Ahsoka and continue that training to the point where if Ahsoka ends with a cliffhanger where Sabine's trying to use the Force and the cup does a slight tremor, that'd be dope. That I would actually be okay with that. I would love that actually. But just again with Kathleen Kennedy and Disney execs, don't force it. No pun intended. Because if you force it, you're gonna lose people. Just like when you forced Reva into everything after she died, what, 3-4 times? So, oh,
Well,
and also fuck Reva because that whole thing where she tried to kill Luke and then the red lightsabers are like never mentioned again. That's why Kenobi's not really canon to me because how does that make sense, you know?
and another thing, like when it comes to like lightsabers, I was watching the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. The
Mhm.
choreography in that fight scene alone has aged so well.
It really
You look
has.
at that
And don't
scene,
ever. Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say. Oh yeah, go ahead.
let me just finish because it's choreographed so well. There's emotion. There's the setting with the lava and everything else in between. The insane spins with the sabers themselves, like especially when they're the one scene where they're both going
Yeah.
at it before that one clash. All that power and that emotion and that moment is just one of those pinnacle moments. Why I love the prequel trilogies because it's the choreography of the lightsaber battles themselves. I'm pretty sure some. I mean, I was kind of googling, like YouTubing some stuff from Clone Wars a little bit, just trying to find inspiration for something I'm shooting for lightsaber battles, dual wield sabers, stuff like just to have that inspiration, just to kind of have an idea of how I can choreograph a good related fight sequence. So that's why when I do research for something, like when I was trying to do when I was trying to work on another project, trying to find inspiration from that, it's like there was not a lot of good material for something for good choreography. But that's why Star Wars and any other bladed sword fights and stuff like that's got that choreography, and it's just that emotion, just to have that emotion in Revenge of the Sith where Anakin and Obi-Wan, brother versus brother, and then just the high ground, it's like he there's that moment where he just slobs off the arm and the legs. Is just like, yeah, that just happened, because you're like, you watch that fight and just the emotion, that emotional impact, which kind of solidified everything into the original trilogy. And yeah, the fight scenes are not as beautifully choreographed in the original trilogy, but at the same time, a, a
Honestly,
lot
I
of
would
people.
say the prequels are better choreographed just because, with how much the lightsaber effects using CGI had
Yep.
progressed, it just led to more opportunities. Don't get me wrong, nothing against the original trilogy lightsaber fights. Those were great too. Uh, it's the only one that was kind of not great was between Obi-Wan and Vader in A New Hope, but that's just because, that was like the first ever movie, like
It's the
it was just
first
kind of
yeah.
like slight sparring kind of stuff because, they didn't know how to, do much with it with the limited technology they had. Whereas
Yep.
But they did a
Empire
damn
Strikes
good
Back,
job. They did a damn
where
good job with limited
they
technology.
did. And then you look at Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, especially Return of the Jedi, with how
Right.
Luke was just wailing on Vader, like, dude.
You know those long tubes with all the tubing and shit? You want to know what those were? Those were spray painted fishing rods.
I thought I heard something about that.
Yeah, the long black corridors with all the like look like pipes and stuff. It was just spray painted like it was a shit ton of spray painted fishing poles, which I thought was fucking phenomenal.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
They literally worked with nothing, and
they really
it's
did.
great. And you don't see a lot of projects like that. I tried to do that with How to Stupid. I mean, I try.
And back to a lot of the lightsaber stuff, especially when people are getting stabbed. That is, you're getting a hole about maybe about that big, going through your body, straight through. You got your internal organs, you got your stomach, and you got your spine too in itself. You're getting so much things severed, and your nerves just getting singed. I don't care if you get stabbed in the side or you get a laser burn or something. You're either going to survive from the burn itself or you're going to die. That is just the way I look at it. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, did Anakin ever get like that scar on his face? Was that from a lightsaber or was that from a different?
Yes, that's I know for sure it was in the micro series Clone Wars cartoon, but I don't think they ever showed it in the 2008 Clone Wars series, which slight missed opportunity, but it is what it is. But yeah, Anakin got that scar from Asajj Ventress when they faced off for the first time, because Ventress tried to I think she like tried to take his eye out or something like that, and she just left a scar there. So, and I do agree about the lightsaber thing, which kind of relates to my point earlier about the whole Ahsoka force running Sabine to the hospital. Like, the only reason why I'm okay with that is not only because it's basically where her liver was, which is like what right in here. Like, yeah, her liver's gone. Don't get me wrong, that's still bad, but hey, at least she's not dead or paralyzed. But still, you know, and not only that, but the healing agent in the Star Wars universe called Bacta, that sounds very strong. Like um like those Bacta treatments can make can at times make the most serious of wounds, whether it be your skin scored off by a lightsaber or a blaster bolt to the shoulder or something like that. Bacta can make that like nearly disappear. So it's almost like a healing factor kind of agent, if that makes sense, but not really, if that makes
Fair.
sense. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I still agree that the whole Sabine getting stabbed thing was stupid. It only makes sense due to plot armor, really. Which, don't get me wrong, Star Wars is pretty much 90% plot armor, let's face it. But I mean,
I can't
still,
find it.
you know.
I can't find my scream. I got a scream saver, and I never showed either of
No, no, Jimmy, you're in the background. I just thought you go like,
you. Fuck you. He was dubbing my sneezes.
Damn.
So I have a screen
Okay.
saver, which is the most annoying thing that I own, but I love it, and I can't find it.
But so I mean, yeah, like Ahsoka. I mean, sounds like a pretty cool series. I mean, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Tyler. That's awesome.
Yes,
But
and y'all bitches need to enjoy it too.
so
Because
just
y'all are
touch
missing
on a
out.
couple things. Just a couple more things I want to talk about CGI. Then we'll do the final, the little bit of the
Oh,
final
sorry.
segment.
Sorry, I just remembered. Because you mentioned choreograph. Like the choreograph
Yeah.
fights between Ahsoka and Balin, they and even Shin Hati and Sabine Wren, they were great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think I forget who choreographed the lightsaber duels in the prequel and originals, but obviously it's not like the level of his choreography, but it's
No.
still like one of the best choreographed lightsaber fights ever. Like it was aggressive. Like Balin was force throwing rocks at Ahsoka, and Ahsoka was just slicing them in half. You know, that kind of thing. So, hold on one second.
Very good.
Beating me.
So for Tyler to come back, and I guess Crispy and James are doing some interesting stuff.
I can still hear you.
I know you can hear me. That's the point.
I can't find my screensaver. I'm sad. I was gonna have it like through the most annoying thing ever.
Shut up.
Okay, I'm coming back with it.
Hey guys, unfortunately I gotta go because I'm being a lot louder than I realize, and and I guess everyone's trying to sleep, so but just to kind of wrap up on my end,
Woo, Tyler! Yeah, yeah, Tyler.
shut up, Jimmy.
You thought that was sarcasm? I was being
I
genuine.
mean, kind of did. My bad if it wasn't, but
I was being genuine. No, this is sarcasm. Woo, Tyler! Yeah, yeah, Tyler, let's go! Yeah.
okay, yeah, that was my bad. Sorry. But I mean, I don't really have any. I don't really have any asshole of the month, really. At least not that I can think of. If I think of anything, I'll write it down. But
Coca-Cola.
um,
Coca-Cola.
but yeah. So I gotta go eat and take a quick shower and get my lunch ready for tomorrow. I'll and what I will say is I might see if like a Saturday a month I can have a slightly earlier schedule. That way we can like stay on schedule if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
and if
completely
not, if not, it's not a big deal. But if there is a possibility of that,
Don't
that'd
eat
be
your damn food.
anyway.
No,
so guys,
no,
yeah,
no, don't make me feel like shit. No, I love you, Tyler.
bye Jimmy.
No.
But yeah, I'll see you guys later.
Say
you,
bye,
Tyler.
Yep, see Tyler.
Bye, Tyler. My ADHD is taking full control. What happening is I'm tired. I'm now
What's
like
up, Crispy?
Oh, nothing. I was just stretching.
I'm just
I
tired
see
as
your
shit.
hand. You raised your hand, but so another segment, just another couple things regarding with CGI.
Nuka-Cola.
So
Nuka-Cola.
so
Sorry.
the most recent DC movie with the Flash. DC
I don't even
fans
want to
have
know.
had so about the CGI with that movie, just it was
Ass.
apparently it was meant to look a little weird, according to the director.
Bullshit.
It was
Bullshit.
intended.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I saw some of the CGI, especially with the cameo with like Nicolas Cage, and I think the most disrespectful thing with that CGI was the way they represented Christopher Reeves, the original Superman, the 1974 Superman movie. If you're going to try to bring someone back from the dead, you better make sure that CGI is as crystal clear as possible. Put the effort in if you're trying to pay respect to someone, when instead of making them look like a cartoon crap copy of someone. That's just my opinion.
I don't know about this, but they said that one of the flashes in there, one of the flashes that was, and he said one of the I don't know, it could not be true, but somebody said the actor never showed up for that movie, so why the fuck was he there?
Yep.
They did do that?
Like, I think so, yeah.
See, here's what they did. Okay, this is what I think DC did with the Flash. They were like, all right, well, Marvel obviously failed with a bunch of cameos with their multiverse shit. Let's try to do that. They had the right idea, but they fucking flopped. Like, if you combined Disney and Marvel fucks ups for like the Flash and fucking Multiverse of Madness and combined them in one movie, it'd be perfect.
Well, at least the characters in Multiverse of Madness actually looked like legitimate human beings instead of crappy CGI lookalikes that just have no they're just completely lifeless. Even that Nicolas Cage cameo Superman was completely lifeless in itself, and I felt like just the garbage CGI for a lot of that. And I think apparently that they were trying to make the evil Dark Flash all practical effects, but eventually it turned out to be just all CGI. It's like, why you're just eliminating something that could actually add character when you just completely throw that to a side for having a cheap copy of using expensive CGI, in my opinion.
Because they're lazy and they don't want to admit that they made shitty stuff. That's why. That's always the excuse. That's always the excuse when somebody makes something that looks shit. They just say, "Oh, it's supposed to look like that." No, it's not. You just suck.
See, like there's some like how to like I always compare this to How to Stupid because it makes me feel like I'm doing a better job than fucking Marvel is. I feel like we're all right here doing a better job than Marvel and DC are.
I'm
And
doing
that's-
a better. I'm doing a better job,
I'm-
and I haven't uploaded in 4 months.
And you're still doing better.
Yeah,
That's
you're
my
still doing
point.
better.
That's my point.
So, guys, I made a new cocktail. It's called the Oppenheimer, and I'm going to give it to Marvel and DC at their doorstep. I'm going to walk in, knock on the door, and there's going to be a little sizzling sound as I use a portal to leave.
There you go. But
That's how
I
I
mean,
feel.
like this CGI in the Flash just looks like crap, and I feel like it just. But I think the one CGI that has not really looked like crap was Transformers: Rise of the Beast CGI.
Legendary.
I feel like that.
Yeah, Transformers has been on point with their CGI. Legendary has always been on point with like the MonsterVerse stuff. That's always looked amazing, even if the designs
Hell yes!
aren't the
Oh my
best.
god! Oh,
Those look great. Trying to think. There's something else. I'm trying to think though. There's a movie coming out. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks amazing, and the practical and the CGI looks great in that. So it's just like it just goes back. I think it was just very rushed.
Yep.
And they just kind of threw all that stuff in at the last minute. Because this was supposed to be a completely different movie, but you know.
Mhm.
Yay!
Flash.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a Flashpoint movie with Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Flashpoint Batman, but no, then Snyder got kicked out the chair and all this. Now DC's in shambles. I didn't even go watch Blue Beetle.
I heard it was okay. They just fucked everything else is fucked up that nobody really went and watched it.
Yeah, I don't really, and that sucks because I really like Blue Beetle.
I have a friend that I would love to bring on this podcast, especially when we talk about movie subjects, because he is like he is a good critic. Like he will tell you everything that is wrong with something, and it's accurate.
Yeah.
Because he said he liked Blue Beetle. I mean, there was like some weird scene with something, but that was about it.
I
He said it was
didn't watch that one, so I really don't care about spoilers for that. But
I don't think I was thinking about watching it, but like I'm like I don't want to watch. I don't think I can stomach it.
I agree.
Sorry.
So
I was fixing your mic. It fixed it.
So-
I screamed in that echo direct. I used the force to fix your mic, and now it's doing it.
So like yeah, the Transformers CGI has always been really good.
So they knocked
I guess
Snyder
I'm
off.
just trying to.
They knocked Snyder.
Yeah, Zack Snyder. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
After Justice League, they kicked him out of Justice League. Yeah.
Well, isn't he like the only motherfucker that could do things? I
Yes.
feel like he's the only name I remember from anything with DC. Because anything he did, he tried.
Yep.
I know he
He
tried.
actually did good job in some of the stuff too. So
Oh, by DC, by Marvel.
yep.
Wait, who owns DC?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Imagine if you know what I would what I would like, but would never happen because they would never get along, is Warner Brothers and DC, Disney getting along enough just to make a Marvel versus DC. That's what we
They won't.
fucking
Oh my
need.
god.
No, they won't do that.
That's what we fucking need,
They
though.
won't do that and it's it's actually partly Marvel's fault. So I think back in like 2006, there was this weird nebulous area where Marvel did this weird book called Marvel, and they would often like openly mock DC.
But then they
And
made
it got
Marvel
to a
versus DC,
point
though.
it got to a point where DC's like, okay, yeah, we've had crossovers in the past, but after your little shit show, no, we're not doing that anymore. So yeah,
it's been years. It's been years later now. I mean, it's been so
they
many
don't.
years.
They don't. No, but that doesn't matter. It's still there. Plus, Disney is greedy, and they won't.
Oh,
If
yeah,
they
they are
try to,
greedy.
if they try to do a versus movie, then there's going to be constant arguments over, oh, who's going to win, who's going to win, who's going to win, and then
That's why we take
like
it back to the comics.
that's
Like we
why
get actual fans to
that's
go in there.
that's why you've never seen Godzilla versus Gamera fight, because Toho and Daiei or whoever owns Gamera, they couldn't agree on who would win in a fight, so it's just like, well, I guess we're not doing it. So
I only out of all my because me and my friend constantly do this thing where I made a thing. I have a character. His name is Tommy, and we're depending on which version of Tommy is like would he lose or I was like peak Tommy. The thing is peak Tommy. It's kind of hard to kill. Like you can defeat Tommy. It's just hard to kill him. Defeat doesn't always mean kill though.
Fair enough.
Because usually most of his fights that would go on forever, he'd be like, dude, I'm done. I'm done. I don't care anymore. I'm bored. Stop. Leave me alone. You win.
but yeah, no, the Flash could have been great, but no, they changed it from what it was supposed to be. It had a bunch of shit rushed in. Ezra Miller's a fucking maniac. So yeah, which sucks because
So
I watched Snyder's Justice League, and I thought he did, like, despite what I'd heard about him being crazy, I thought he did.
I like that. I watched it, the 4-hour fucking
Yeah.
Snyder cut.
Yeah, I watched the Snyder cut, and I thought he was pretty good as Flash, but it sucks that Ezra's a psycho. So
he's fucking nuts.
Well, whatever.
So,
it's like oh, go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You were about to say something.
I was just gonna say it's like I'm very few Disney fans. I will listen to it. Like I listen to the comics more than anything. Like despite me saying I'm a Marvel fan, I still listen to some DC comics. I mean some of them are good. I mean just because it's a opposite side that I don't like, it's not mean it's fucking absolute garbage.
wow, it's almost like you can like both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows?
You know what? You're fucking sarcastic ass motherfucker. Get out of your fucking seat.
Jimmy, this isn't that kind of podcast.
I don't care. Get on the casting couch.
It's not like that, I swear.
I think John completely gave up.
We're not noodling, I swear.
John, imagine if you
Yep.
get famous. Imagine if you get famous enough and someone's just animating all this shit. That's what I would love for your podcast is someone that come along is like, this is kind of funny. It's just the Dorito man has to get on the casting couch with me and shotgun at his head. Get on the casting couch.
So the kind of like the final little bit of the like the topic about freelance animation, so stop motion or anything else. There's this one guy I found on YouTube, 87 Render. He is a 3D artist he's been doing a lot of Transformer stuff. He's got a couple Macross.
Shit. Wait, yeah, I saw his Starscream thing. Holy
Oh, yeah,
crap! Yeah,
definitely.
this guy's really good.
What's his name again?
It's in the
87
email.
Render. It's an
87
email.
remember?
But yeah,
87.
87 Render. He's a YouTuber, and like his stuff is phenomenal. Like that's kind of like this freaking show for a new Transformer series I would love to see in that type of style of animation because of how it looks in general. I mean that entire OVA film with Starscream is so rendered just amazingly with that cell animation in the CGI practically. And then now he's doing one with RC. Now he's doing a new one with RC. So it's just like, this is getting good. He needs to have more content. And I'm pretty sure like if somehow a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter for a full length movie or a 4-episode series from his stuff alone, I think would do phenomenal as a indie filmmaker for doing something like that. And I, for one, I would pay, for, if it was like a Kickstarter thing for him, I would definitely give him money and be like, all right, dude, here's my cut. Go at it. Make
Yeah, his
this
shit's pretty good.
content for Transformers just phenomenal. Like, that's what I would like to see. Like,
Love his animation.
Oh yeah,
I just
definitely.
watched the Dino Park.
The Dinobot Park one. Yeah, that is great. And Grimlock's like,
And he has a
"Sure, no."
humor too. I love people with humor.
Mhm.
I don't think
Um,
if anyone was on the team and they did not have humor, I don't know if I could put up with that for too long.
Oh, definitely, I completely agree.
All right, let's see you, John.
Huh?
I was making a joke. I was like, okay, yeah, see you, John.
Okay, all right. Let's see how it is. Okay, all right. I'm
We're
out.
taking over, Crispy. You get the other 50. I get the other 50.
Haha. Haha. I'm going to make this channel into something horrific.
I'm gonna add slap how to stupid all over it.
But yeah, like I think in other forms of animation, especially stop motion, I've always saw so much stop motion content growing up. I feel like that's how I kind of started my stop motion journey, is because of Mike Night Slash, or he's another YouTuber and stuff like that for TFC. He has a channel called TFC Productions, so he does like a lot of Transformer stuff. I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does a lot of stop motion stuff much anymore, but it's definitely something that improves over time, especially when you have certain set pieces, when you're doing world building and stuff like that.
I need to build you some shit. I need to get my aluminum furnace working and just start building you aluminum pieces.
I gotta work on the time machine here pretty soon too. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna build all that. I have to come up with some renders and try to get some ideas for the time machine for the crossover.
Is it gonna be a randomly built time machine?
Well, I want to try to base it. I kind of want to try to base it off of the one that they had an end game in a way.
Okay.
But also just have my own unique spin on it per se, because I also wanted to look at the Chronosphere from Generation 1, which is what they used in War Dawn to transport the aerial bots back in time. So I might, and then just other time machine things I kind of look at to have something of. What's up? What you got?
I might be able to clobber, give you some ideas to clobber something together. Because if we're doing with the crossover and you have a time machine, you want to use little aspects of everything, clobber it. Just clobber it together.
Yeah, like Chrono, the
What?
just happened. Oh, okay. All right. So it recorded a certain time, and now we're recording again. That was weird because it just saved, and it's like, okay, so I have to like tag this onto the. Yeah, take this one on to what we just
How do you
recorded.
pin it?
Got
Add the bookmark. I added to bookmark.
There it is. So this save as EP. Okay, then document. So yeah, okay, all right. So I just saved the first part of the recording. But animation. Yeah, that's always a very broad and topic. I feel like, especially when I don't know, just animation has always fascinated me. I feel like, I mean, yeah, I think that was a pretty good topic for the show in itself. That's why I kind of picked it. I was figuring what I'm going to do for the next topic. I think as content creators, I think we should definitely kind of pull in more resources and try to come up with ideas to bounce off one another. Because
well, we do have the the idea that I have that I really want to do.
What's that idea?
You know, I'm trying not to like too spoil it, but the cross over. Yeah.
I think. And it's also like, I know Chris was saying earlier about being kind of reunited for all this. I feel like with Continuum happening and stuff like that, having you guys fulfill your roles, especially you, Crispy, with Prowl, and introducing Skids as Crispy. I mean, as James. I got some witty lines for him. So there's a couple scenes that are already kind of done.
Oh boy.
But
yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah, I have to like I have to redo that voice too. I have the recording. I still have the recording.
Yeah, it just, I mean, you could either do it the same or you can change it up. I mean, I kind of want to see what something fresh you could bring. But with Crispy coming back too, with him being Prowl and maybe some other characters. I don't know. I have to look at the
Crispy
script.
never left. He was always in the basement. You just forgot to unlock it.
Fair enough. But
you fucking left him locked down that entire year. You're a bad father.
But
you're a bad Papa John.
Yeah, I'm a terrible father. Yeah, I left him down there. It's a shame.
I had to feed him from the feed hole.
So I guess we'll go. I guess we'll move on to the asshole of the month segment.
I'm gonna break this thing.
We'll start with Crispy. Any assholes this month?
Fuck. Where do you want me to start? Fuck. Let's see. I've got quite a few. I can't really pick from.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Yeah, I just remembered. So going back to what I said at the start, I've been auditioning for a bunch of roles because I'm not gonna say his name, but there is a certain YouTuber in the Transformers community who was outed for saying a certain word referring to a certain kind of people. A certain word starting with a very not starting with M, not starting with O, but right in the middle of those. Yeah, he said that to somebody. Sure, yeah, he said nope. Yeah. So I think he's very. Oh yeah, I know I talked to John about this. No, I was actually just about to bring him up. That's a separate can of worms entirely. No.
Oh yeah.
Cliff Jumper Studios. Yeah. Cliff Jumper Studios thought it would be a good idea for his Transformers stop motion series to include mentions of his Decepticons. He said it was in order to make them more hateable. He decided to have them quote unquote defile a dead RC. If you catch my drift, I don't want to set off any radars on your YouTube's little thing. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I get that. I completely get that. And the funny thing is, I read some of those comics and like in some of the videos where he was talking like, yeah, in war, that stuff happens. I'm like, for one, I have never seen that happen. 2, it's disgusting. And 3, it is the most inhuman thing ever, because you're also not only raping a dead body, even though the dead body was RC in that show, it's also you're also being a necrophiliac too at the same time. So the Cliff Jumper Studios, he definitely needs some sort of help because
Therapy.
of doing something like that and outrageous, especially because you think about that's kind of going toward women in a way. That's
just
taken a little too far, in my opinion.
even disregarding like, oh, it happens at war. Like this is a stop motion series about Transformers. Like what? What?
Like, when I do Shattered Dimensions, there's a certain character that's going to get damaged, and one gets damaged on the brink of almost death. And of course, they're robots. Robots, they can come back to life, but at the same time, it's just that emotional like, holy crap, this actually happened. And now what we're going to do, especially that the Autobots and Decepticons are encountering multiple different realities colliding into their very own. And so Optimus does not know how to react to that character that stabbed said character. So it's just that whole Optimus is pretty fucking pissed about what happened to one of his soldiers. So he's trying to figure out how can he logically figure out how to deal with the situation, deal with the problem. So with the character that stabs a certain character, 2 other characters come from that same reality, which then he has to interrogate and find information about from the character that stabbed said character. I'm not going to give names away, but like I said, trying to keep everything on the DL when it comes to Shattered Dimensions, because that is going to be one of those Transformer projects that is probably going to be the most written and most developed per se, especially when I do episode 1, where it deals with the factor of war per se, even though it would be that reality is where there's only 2 Cybertronians left in that reality, that being Optimus Prime and Megatron. But they're also fighting. Optimus fighting along the side of the GI Joes, Megatron fighting with Cobra. So there's a whole element within that story in itself, where you have 1 Autobot left, 1 Decepticon left, GI Joe, Cobra going at it, trying for that final push, and then sacrifices will be made in that first episode to solidify what the direction of the story is going to be.
Yeah.
But like,
But
go ahead, Crispy. Go ahead.
it's like, yeah, that makes sense for the story though. What Cliff Jumper Studios did is gross. It is disturbing, and not to and in a way it's immature. Because when
Very immature.
those kids you would see in middle school who would always try and say like the most edgy shit just to make themselves seem tougher or make themselves seem like cooler. It's like, oh yeah, I see all this tough, all this dark edgy shit. Look at me. It just screams, I want attention.
Exactly. I completely agree. And I think with everybody kind of beating the Horse about him kind of really made the point, and I think this is the first time that this has probably been brought up in a long time, per se. But that's why I asked when we were talking, if in the chat, if we're talking about him, because that was the only one. That's the only person. That's the only channel that came to mind, because that was a well-known topic for a very, for almost a month top. It was a well-known topic. And I
Yeah,
think I
no,
wanted to
I'm,
make a follow-up
I'm,
video.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm in a few servers, and whenever he does something stupid, we always like just clown on him. But yeah,
Exactly.
no, the other thing is somebody unrelated entirely. I'm not gonna say names because it was from a screenshot with no like names that I could really verify, so
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's true. But regardless, he has been removed from a lot of things. So
Mhm.
that's yeah, that it's weird that this is the kind of stuff that pops up in a Transformers community. Like, why is somebody who is playing a fan interpretation of a Transformer saying doing a racism? Why?
Right.
Why? Like, it's so weird.
They make us look bad.
Yeah, it's like, why? Why is this a thing? Um,
Yep.
I
Trying
watched
to-
Elemental with someone speaking of racism.
yeah. I think another kind of asshole. It's more particular to like my interests in general. I feel like I'm the only one who probably knows about what it is here, but I just want a platform to kind of get my thoughts about this person off so I can finally just put it to rest. There is a YouTuber. If I am a fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's games. In the kind of sphere of
Floppies.
that, in the kind of sphere of that uh, fan base, there is a creator called Theft King. Theft King is
Oh,
yeah,
I know. That guy keeps on fucking up.
Theft King is constantly making bad takes, constantly making very, very horrible takes on very serious situations. And then when somebody calls him out on it, he is the type of person to say, oh, well, I am the victim here. Go harass this other person. I did nothing wrong. So
Doesn't he also
it's,
steal things?
yeah,
His name is
I don't
fucking.
know. I don't know. But the whole thing is that, like, one of his most recent things, an official artist for the franchise was found out to have written like her own little writing based off the series where one of the characters is, let's just say, very fond of children. Let's just leave it there. She got fired.
Is it the one that did the weird one purple guy? I can't remember.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so yeah, it
Yes,
is.
yeah.
I'm
So
kind of glad she got fired. You know what's worse is
Yeah,
I knew about
of
her
course.
beforehand.
Of course, yeah. But when people were celebrating, like, oh, hey, somebody who is writing this kind of stuff got fired, like, of course people are gonna celebrate that shit. I'm not crazy for thinking that, right?
So, I was happy to hear about that.
So whenever Theft King hears this, he's like, hey, yeah, she made a mistake, but you shouldn't celebrate her losing her livelihood. It's like, what?
Oh my god, I was there when this happened. I was watching that go down. So yeah,
Yeah.
John's like, what the fuck are they on about?
It's
No,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm just listening. So
yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that. It's like he'll make claims like, "Oh, the officially endorsed fan game scene is dying," in which the head of that is like, "No, it's not," and he'll misconstrue it into thinking that, "Oh, the head of the fan game scene is sending his fans to attack me," when in fact, no, it's the other way around. and then it just gets snowballed and snowballed, and he's constantly speaking on topics that don't really need to be brought
Didn't
to
he
light.
also? No, that was someone else, wasn't it? That also got destroyed an entire fan game.
That was something else.
Yeah, that was someone else.
That was something else. But needless to say, I'm glad to have finally gotten my piece in about Steph King. Because I've been
Fucking hate
in
him.
comments
I don't even
talking
know
about
him, and I hate
him,
him.
but it's finally good to get my words out in video. So
Fuck you, Theft King. Come at me. Come talk shit about how to stupid, and I laugh at you because you
So-
even dignified yourself.
So Jimmy, what about you? Any assholes this month?
John Lucas will forever be asshole of the month.
who?
Who?
Old boss man. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah,
Ah.
remember we had a call. I was on call. Well, no, yeah. No,
Gotcha.
you were on call with me with Speed when I was at Speedway. When I was losing my shit about that. No, that's probably about it. I mean, asshole of the month is also that actress for Snow White.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's like see I didn't give a fuck about like I was more mad at the movie, but she came out and just started a bunch of shit. Like she literally just came out and was like just went ham on every fucking person that disagreed with her. And someone told me the reason why she did that was to get it out there more. But yeah, that's
Yep.
about it for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I kind of already said my asshole of the month. I mean, the Optimus, some of the Transformer community saying that Peter Cullen should retire as Optimus Prime. And I think I've already touched that basis in one of my older videos that I already did about touching that issue.
If Peter
And-
wants, if Peter wants to retire, then let him retire. If he doesn't want to, then he doesn't have to.
Exactly.
Like, shut the
And
fuck up.
it's also kind of funny that he's going to be in Invincible as a cameo character, not as Optimus Prime, but a different character. Like I don't know, but
Invincible?
you watch Invincible. He's going to be in season 2 of Invincible, and
Yeah,
I guess
I
it's like
thought-
voicing some sort of like elder of something.
Viltrumites.
I don't know
I
what.
I
Oh,
love
Viltrumites. Okay.
I love who they picked as fucking Seth Rogen.
Alan the Alien.
Yeah, it fits. It fucking fits. I read the comics. I sat down and broke down after that show. They're going in a different route, as I saw with some of the trailer stuff and stuff that's been leaking. And so they're going a completely different route with the show, which is fine. I trust them. It's good so far. It's a completely different route, but I trust them. Because the guy that wrote the comics, he's a part of this, big part of this, isn't he?
Yeah, Robert
Yeah, I
Kirkman.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I trust it if he's long as he's part of it.
Yeah.
But so I can't wait because have either of you watched and read the comic?
No.
The only thing that I please have the one black guy in there that fucking there's multiple of them. Please. That's all I asked for. He was so good in the fucking comic. I don't care if he shows up late. I'm fine with that. Because it led up to a fucking great scene in the comics. It led up to like a multi-fight, which was fucking lovely.
Nice. And then, yeah, I guess the other asshole. I guess another asshole of the month is just people that have
A dumbass opinion.
no, not dumbass. Well, that too. Yeah, that's always a given. I think there's people that actually have children and they just don't do nothing with them. Like, especially if you're like a deadbeat dad, I just feel like that you have kids, and when your kids don't want to see you, that means you're clearly the problem. And that
And
is just my couple cents on that, because it's just, I mean, I've seen it firsthand and shit like that. I have my opinions. about
Also,
it. But at the
deadbeat
same
mom.
time,
Deadbeat mom. Fuck you, Renee.
Yep. Deadbeat moms too. The deadbeats pretty much. Deadbeat moms, dads.
The deadbeats. Dun 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 dun. Leave your kids at the store. Don't pick them up until it's 4, or when the cops come knocking at your door. Yeah. Wow. I don't know how I was able to fucking sing that really well. Buy my mixtape, John.
Okay. I guess I'll have to. But yeah, that was pretty much asshole of the month. I think that's all I got to say about that.
So I managed to break the mini nuke. So
God
Nice.
damn it, Jimmy! Now we're all gonna die.
it's like chipped off now, and I hit it with tape and retaping the chipped piece.
So
It's actually hollow.
Oh no.
So I'm pretty sure I pretty much told you, my guy, that I'm going on vacation. All y'all, I'm going
Yes.
on vacation here in the next couple of weeks. Yep. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So we know about that. After the show, I got some couple podcast ideas
Okay, definitely. We'll
to
definitely.
lighten some stuff up because I think you're a man that likes bits. You
Yeah.
like funny little bits, themed.
Yeah, I like
bits.
funny little bits. Yeah. But
And I'm your guy.
great.
Okay, shut up.
So, I'd say thank you to Jack in the Box James for being the co-host for tonight's shenanigans, and also thanks to Crispy for dealing with all of our shenanigans per se,
should be-
and just
We
during
should
the
be thanking
fuckery.
you.
I am the shenanigans.
We should be thanking you for even not kicking off the show.
Yeah. And then also thanks to Tyler for showing up too.
Yeah.
I think just having him be part of it too, and just this is kind of the escape from the month of the bullshit going on. That it's just kind of that, hey, let's unwind, relax.
Can't wait for the do it on election month. Can't wait to hear all of us screaming at the top of our lungs.
God.
Oh, not. I'm gonna do my stuff and then I'm gonna go home and play Shredder's Revenge.
I'm
Unless
gonna
I have
like.
to work.
I'll mark my vote, then I'll hide in the woods. So
If you hear a loud kaboom, it did not go well. See, that's what
exactly.
that's what I'm afraid of. Is like if I cut off everything and I wake up and I just wake up to hearing gunshots like in the distance. I'm like, oh shit. I was
exactly.
right. Everything is going to shit. All right, Grandma, let's sit on the porch for a little bit. Like I told my rule is like if it's not bad enough where I don't have to like leave, I'm probably gonna stay here. Plan A is basically build my little because I live on a loop that's in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so we'll just turn it into a community, and then just sit there, because I will protect my grandma until she dies. So.
Well, that from all of us here at the F Team Podcast and Fanboy Studios, this is the Jack Nerd signing out, along with Jimmy and Crispy. Laters.
Bye bye.
Oh shit, that actually got on there. Okay, there. Stop recording. The fuck? Okay, did I break you?
Hello, FBI person watching me. I know you know of my various quote-unquote crimes.
I'm gonna get
those
so
are not
angry
me.
if it stopped recording and it bugged.
Okay,
It's-
not. The
says-
fuck? It's not. Fucking not. letting me
Everybody leave
stop.
the call and rejoin the call.
Okay. All right. Wait. Actually, I think did it stop? I think it stopped.
It's still going for me. Or no,
Still going for you?
it says John is recording the call.
Oh, it's still recording. Okay. I'm gonna end call.